What up? What up? Hey,
Hey, hey,
hey.
What?
What's going on, fellas?
what's up, my rowdy brothers?
I was having a slight panic attack because my chat is being silly, so I
Ah,
didn't get the link. I was like,
that
"No,
sucks. AB, what the hell? Is that a Modelo, AB, you're drinking?
Yeah, yeah.
Damn. AB brought the tank that killed Jaws. Look at that.
Yeah.
Jesus.
oh, I
What you
got a
got there,
little
bro?
1911 Honeycrisp hard cider."
Ah.
Because
Hell
every
yeah.
now and then I like to play a little game called "Will I Get Diarrhea at Work?"
I have some Guinness drought strout
There you
that goes
go.
straight to
Hell
the
yeah.
mouth.
That's a good. That's a man's drink right there.
It has like something like I don't know. Like this is I don't drink these, so it has something like rolling around in there. I hope it's not like a mouse or anything.
It's the aerator ball.
Oh, it's a ball. Oh, great. There you
Yeah,
go.
it's
It's a
like it look.
ball.
It's like looks like a ping pong ball. And it's got nitrogen in it, and that way when you pop it, it gives you the foamy stuff.
No
Oh, that's a
wonder
trip.
the guy at the package store was like smiling as he was giving it to me. He's like, "Yeah, you look like you like balls in your drink." Oh my goodness.
What's up, man?
Hey, Matt,
Yo,
what's
what's up,
going on,
Doc, man?
buddy? All right. Well, everybody that's in the chat, we're missing one, so hopefully he'll join us pretty soon. But welcome to a brand new episode of a
Ah,
not it. Let's try that one more time. Welcome to a brand new episode of Toy
nope.
Not
Mm-mm.
It. All right. What's up, you guys? It's your boy.
Nope.
No,
Nope.
okay. No,
All right, one more. One
okay,
more, and then you're off.
One more.
You're kicked off.
Welcome to a brand new episode of the Pick Bar. We are the boys who bring the noise, who collect toys, who make gains and leave stains. We are the
Yeah.
Rowdy Boys. I am Danny. I am Toy Addict 17. And as you can see, I am the King Horse Meat. And alongside with me, I have introduce yourself, fellas.
My name is Unworthy. I'm an alcoholic. I have a disease. I don't know what to call it.
Hmm.
That's all I had. He did a better job than me. I don't really need to top that, do I?
Well, I wanted you to give yourself some shine. It should be all the time, but you don't have a problem. I think we all deal with life, so it's okay to have a sip here and there. And then right next to me is this guy right here.
Which side? There you go.
There you go. I got
AB
it. This
Photos
guy.
35.
There you go.
What's up, my fellas?
Our homie AB, and we're just waiting for the fantastic one to show up. But hopefully he'll show up pretty soon. But other than that, fellas, how are you guys doing, man? We're back.
Yes, we are. We've been welcomed back into the
Yeah.
Pick Bar, the show that brought us all together.
Yes.
So I think that proves without a shadow of a doubt that the guys don't learn a lesson very easily. Because the last time we were on here, I think we went about 3 hours.
Well, I'm gonna address some controversy here, okay? Because
I love controversy.
Me too. I'm a sucker for controversy. Now, the last time the Pick Bar was on, Mr. Blitz Figs was saying how Toy Addict says we don't love him and we don't do the show and all this blah 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 bullshit. That is false. I never said anything like that.
Gaslight.
Right.
You gaslight.
Never got. All I said was, whenever you guys want us to host, we will host the show because we love to host a Pick Bar. We love to show appreciation for different toy photographers. This is the show that you could get Danny to talk about toys and toy photography because on that other show, you're going to get me talking about other stuff that I'm not supposed to talk about.
Soup.
Soup.
But what kind of soup?
Soup,
like,
blue chews, ball
chews,
sticks. Like you could tune in on Thursdays for that.
Horse meat. We can talk about all that important stuff or that everyday stuff. So So I just listen. I'm grateful to be on. As always, I'm happy to be on with my brothers, with my Rowdy brothers. And also too, I'm happy to be on to showcase some phenomenal toy photographers, some phenomenal people in the toy community, because at the end of the day, all this wouldn't be possible if it wasn't for them. And,
Right.
and we're toy photographers, you know what I'm saying? So I'm so happy that I get to come here and showcase them, but also be silly and talk about all the stuff that we want to talk about, right? So other than that, how are you guys been?
Very glad to be here. I'm glad that my agent could move some things around so that I could have time to be on here because I don't know if you guys know this or not, but I'm kind of a fucking super mega star. Like people go to conventions and they're like, "Hey, unworthy," but I'm not there. But like they still think Danny's me sometimes.
Yeah.
And like I could see the family resemblance, but
Yeah. Well, I mean,
so I'm glad that my agent was able to move some stuff around, and get me on here tonight with you guys.
No, I agree, and to just to piggyback on the you being famous, like
World
my life has changed drastically since the day I was called unworthy collector. Like I go to stores
like,
now, and like I could walk out with something and not pay for it, and they'll be like, "He's fine, he's good."
Yeah, like that's
now,
unworthy. That's fine.
That's unworthy. He's fine. Yeah. Now, if they say, "Hey, that's,"
if they don't give you the employee discount, you grab the cashier and you're like, "Do you know who I fucking am? Like, do you know who I am? You ring me out with that 5% discount now."
They're gonna say El Chapo.
No, they'll say you're a little too pale to be unworthy.
Yeah, you're a little too unpale and uncool to be unworthy.
Yeah.
Man, where the fuck is KJ Smith? I swear that guy, I owe him a lot because I was in sky. I was like floated in Space Mountain until he brought me back down and reminded me that my shit smells like everybody else.
Down the sides.
I was gassed up for a while until I met him. And before I walked into Chris Con and he said, "I know you. You're an unworthy collector." And I was like, but before that, it was like I was smiling. I was like, "Yeah, I know.
Yeah, you know me. That's
you know me. You know me." And he's like, "Unworthy collector." And I was like, "Right here, buddy." No. Great guy. Listen, awesome guy. As a matter of fact, he's in one of the chats. I believe he's in one of the chats where
he's in. He's in the Hoodcast chat.
Yeah, so he like reached out and like I posted a photo on the chat. And he was like, "Hey, I know you." And I was like, "Yeah, right." Like, real funny fucking guy. AB, how's it going, man? How you been, dude?
Pretty good, man. It's a good day today because it's my youngest's birthday, so we're celebrating his
birthday.
Hey,
well, happy birthday to your youngest.
Thank
Cheers
you,
for the youngest. Yeah. All right,
there you
happy
go.
birthday. So, how is he turning today?
7. He's 7, man. He's growing up too damn fast, bro.
Lucky 7, baby. Lucky 7. That's awesome.
That's your oldest?
My youngest.
Your youngest? Yeah. Wait till you get my daughter, she turns 16 in November, and I'm like sweating it fucking big time. So,
listen, I have 3 birthdays in August. I just had my daughter, which is the one that I went to the anime store. Yeah. She just turned 12. My oldest daughter just turned 14. And then I have 3 daughters in August. So my next one is on the 22nd. She'll be 11. And when I tell you, like, it's like a blink of an eye. They're like grown. Like my son, I still look at him like a little 3-year-old. It's really weird to see him like iron, because now he has this thing now where his clothes have to be like he'll spend more time looking at himself in the mirror now. And I remember this kid that used to just roam around the house, run around, destroying everything. And now he's looking at his little cantinflas little mustache, little peach fuzz. He's like making sure, like he's spraying himself, but then spraying the air and then walking through it.
Well, yeah, that's how you get the even coatage,
Yeah, yeah. You know what I'm saying? So like, it's nice to see him, well put together. And I'm like, man. And sometimes I question. So I'm like, damn, I made that handsome devil there. Wow, that's like I'm proud. Like you're proud. I think it's really gonna hit me the day that he starts shaving. That's what is really gonna hit me hard. And that's
sounds like if he's only got a little pencil mustache and a couple down here, you might have a little while yet.
And with my luck, he won't be shaving his beard.
You're gonna walk in and be like, "Oh my god, what am I seeing?"
And I'm really gonna be body shamed because knowing him, I mean, I'm gonna be like, man, I'm like, damn, what's going on? But proud dad. He's my son. I can talk about my son. Yeah, right. Like Now here's a good discussion question. Ready?
I'm ready.
Here's a good discussion question.
Shoot
you guys have boys. You guys have sons. I have a son. You guys, on whether you have 2 awesome young men. AB, you have 2 awesome young men. I have my 18-year-old. Now, and I'm only saying this because I've heard stories of this. This hasn't happened to me, and I could speak about this. Okay, so if anybody feels offended, too fucking bad. The Rowdy Boyz are on the pick bar. Oh well. So, quick question: you going to you go to the bathroom, and you're going in there to brush your teeth or grab something, and your son is using the restroom because again, me and my son are comfortable with each other. It's okay. You know, whatever. I
don't know if I like where this is going.
I changed his diapers. Right? So, you know, you're using the bathroom or you're going to grab something and he's using the restroom, and then you accidentally, you look and you accidentally like, oh, I'm sorry, but then you notice the man is packing more than the dad is packing. And I'm like, so like as a dad, right? Do you like as a dad, right?
That's exactly where I thought this was going too.
Well, hey, look, hey,
that's what I thought too.
I'm speaking. I don't need to know about you guys. This is just a question as a father because I feel comfortable speaking about my boy that way.
Okay.
And he's probably gonna kill me if he watches this show. So, you know, and also too, my son's half black. You know what I mean? So it's like you didn't get it.
Hold on, wait a minute. What's that got to do with anything?
Hey, it's just stuff we hear. It's stuff we hear out here. But like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what happens? Like, do you feel self-conscious? Do you like, or are you proud as a father? You're like, yeah. Lady that finds him, the lady that meets him, yeah, you're gonna know where he came from.
That's my boy.
Like, that's my boy, right? So is that something you guys would feel like? I mean, you don't have to tell me. It's none of my business.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna be honest, and I'm gonna be completely honest with you right now. I am not going to talk about my son's junk on YouTube.
Don't, please. And I'm not.
You're not going to get me to talk about kid junk.
We're not. And please don't. And I'm not talking about my sons neither. Please let me clarify that I'm not talking about that. Okay, I am not. I'm just saying there have been stories of like people saying that like, you know, they guys feel, you know, either they feel proud or they're like, fuck, like what the fuck is going on? They feel self-conscious about like their own kid, like I don't know, being, I don't know, whatever. But like, you know what I'm saying, like it, and like I think about it, I was like, and thank God that I've never, you know, and I don't ever want to go through that. But like I said, I think, but honestly, if I had that situation happen to me, I think I'd be proud. I'd be like, yeah, that's my son right there. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like
you're gonna be like, look at this thing.
Look at this.
He's
Look
gonna
at
be
this.
in the movies.
You know where he got that from? He got that from this guy right here. So, anyways, enough about that shit.
Yeah.
Story.
Yeah, let's have a subject.
Story time. Ready? Story time. So, one thing that I've realized lately is that I'm very impulsive.
Yeah.
And,
I knew that.
I'm a jump street. Right. I'm a very impulsive buyer. Okay. So I'm one of those people that if I go to the store and I see something that I want or something that catches my eye, right?
Mm-hmm.
I look at the price and let's say the price says $250, right? I don't have a hesitation. If I really want it, I'll buy it, right? Mm-hmm. But what happens is that let's say it's $250 toy, statue, or whatever it is, sneakers, whatever it is, right? And I purchase it. I go home and then the regret starts setting in. And I'm like, damn, I had $250. I have to. No, I don't. I really don't. I try to convince myself 1,000 times why I need it. and I kind of lie to myself and explain and try to convince myself that I really need this. But deep down, I'm like, I could have paid something else or could have saved this money for something else. Perfect example. Spirit of Halloween is out. They're starting to show up. So I've been to a couple of them. So I went in there. I went in the store and, you know, I spent quite some money, you know what I'm saying? Because stuff is not cheap. So I bought some bobbleheads. So I got this one.
Oh, you got it, didn't you? Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I did. So I bought these bobbleheads, which are exclusive only to Spirit of Halloween. So now these are $40 a pop, believe it or not. They're $40 a pop, and they're all resin, and they're all resin, and they're great. They look great. You can take photos with them. You can display them. They look amazing. But buying those, that's $80 right there, not including tax. And then I went ahead and I ordered the big old Killer Clowns from Outer Space popcorn gun, which was $100. Then I bought the little gun that turns you. Then the movie used to turn you into cotton candy, which was another $40. So then I'm like sitting here, I'm like with these bags, big old bags.
I'm not very good at math, but that sounds like a paycheck.
It's a lot of money. So I'm going home, but thank God they gave me like 20% off. So then I'm home and I'm sitting there and I'm like staring at the big ass box. Like it's sitting right in front of me right now. Currently, it's a big ass box. And I'm sitting there and I'm looking at it and I'm like, damn, that was $100 that I could have just I could have bought me like 2 figures that were maybe $20 or maybe just 1 figure from NECA because, you know, NECA's $30. I was like, or I could have just used it from food for like work. Maybe I want to order DoorDash something. I'm looking at it. I'm like, fuck. But then I'm sitting there trying to convince myself like, I really need that gun because what's going to happen is they're only stock 2 of them at a store. You could get them online, but once they sell out, you're not going to get them and they're going to raise the prices on them. So I need that shit. Right. And even these resin statues, like I need all of them. So now, are you guys the same way? Like, are you guys those type of people that go to the store and like you just buy? But like when the guilt sets in, are you guys I'm worthy side? Are you guys the ones that bring the stuff back to the store, or are you guys the ones that are like me, a pendejo who tries to convince himself that he needs it, that he really needs it? So I don't know.
I have a problem with spending in that I don't really spend a whole lot. Like, I mean, I do buy quite a bit, but like I have a pretty firm lock on my finances. So if I know what I've got, like as far as like extra money, like because you get your bill money, you get your grocery money, your gas money, your beer money if you're me, because you got to account for that. So like I know exactly what like I have to spend on something extra. So like I will have extra money and I'll look at things and be like, oh, it's $40 though. Like, man, what if something happens? Like, what if, okay, I spend that $40 and then tomorrow my wife's check engine light comes on and it costs $40 to change the spark plug. Like,
that's true.
I think about that sort of stuff, but I did have a similar situation like you're describing because I went to Walmart. I was buying a whole bunch of groceries. I had a cart full of groceries. I was walking through the toy aisle because that's what we do as adults that collect toys.
As grown men, we don't go through the car aisle. We go to the toy aisle.
And I found a couple things that I wanted, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna treat myself. And I put the Vampire Superman in the cart. I put a couple Ultimate Edition wrestlers, Andre the Giant, Seth Rollins, and I put the Lego Batmobile in the cart, and I'm like walking around. Then I went back and I put everything back except for this Superman. And then I fucking got home and I was putting away the $200 worth of groceries. And I saw we had a fucking jug of milk and 3 boxes of cereal. I'm like, what am I fucking buying groceries for? I could have bought all these toys instead.
So true. That's so true. See, I'm the opposite. I'm the one that I'll buy something like that big fucking gun that I have in front of me right now, which it's the size, the box is the size of the Spin Master Batwing, by the way. It's big as shit. Now, I bought it and then I get a notification. I got a notification that my phone bill was due.
Oh, see, that's what I'm saying. You never know.
So I'm like, how the fuck did I go from like, I'm like happy, but then I'm sitting there like, well, I could pay my phone bill. I'm going to pay my phone bill, but like, it's like, I could have had an extra $100 and just used that $100 towards my phone bill. But then I'm sitting there convincing myself like every man needs a popcorn shooting gun in the house. Yeah. Everybody needs one.
But don't shoot real popcorn. Like I feel a little more cheated knowing that don't shoot real popcorn.
What's crazy is that you ever watch those memes or ever saw those memes where like they have the girls and they're like talking. It was like, oh, this man, he brings 6 figures home. And then they show the picture of the guy like with actual 6 figures.
Action figures, yeah.
I'm that fucking guy. So I really try to like blow smoke and tell everybody at fucking work that, oh, I collect props and memorabilia, and these are all nostalgia. Like, I never say action figures. I never say action figures to anybody until like I show them a photo. I was like, oh, that's a nice toy. And I'm like, fuck you. So give me that damn phone. So again, I'm always impulsive. Like, I can never like my thing is like anywhere I go, whether it's convention, whether it's and it's crazy too, because I'll have something set in my mind. Like when I went to ChrisCon, the Four Horsemen was there and they were selling the Legion the Cosmic Legions, and I was saying to myself, I'm only gonna buy 2. I'm not gonna buy nothing else. I'm gonna save my money because I got all these other conventions to go to, and I'm gonna just save my money. I fucking get over there. I take one glance at those toys, and I'm like, I buy 3. I buy 3. I buy 3 toys, and then to make matters worse, this fucking guy is selling the Man of Steel Mesco Superman figure. He's selling it for $100, so I'm like, I'm not gonna pay $100 for it.
Like the Christopher Reeves one, or the
no. I had the Christopher Reeves one. I had gotten that before.
Well, I know you have it. I just was thinking you saw it for $100 and you're like, oh, Unworthy wants one of these.
No, I would have definitely reached out to you. No, it's actually the Man of Steel one, the one that came out, the comic version. So then I saw it. It was for $100. So I was like, all right, you know what? I really want it because it's brand new, but I don't want it right now. So I'll save it. I'm going to pass on it. But then what happens? Somebody comes up to me and is like, hey, I went over there and I had them drop it to $80 just for you. I'm like, fuck you. So the whole time I'm walking around, pacing around, it's like I'm like a damn creeper. So I'm like walking by this guy's table and I'm like walking, staring at the fucking Superman, seeing if he's still there. And then I'm walking by it. And so there was this one point where I walked in front of the table and this other guy was standing in front of me, right next to me. And he was saying, oh shit, they got the Superman for $80. And then he's like digging in his pocket. I'm like, hey, I want to buy that Superman. So I like bought the fucking Superman. So like the whole time at the convention, I'm walking around like that's the fucking, like I just won money in the fucking bank. Like I'm walking around with it. I'm doing like the whole Brock Lesnar with the shit. I'm like walking around like I got a contract. Like I was happy I got it for $80. Brand fucking new. But it was more of a, I could have done without it.
That's that fear of missing out. Yeah.
Yeah, but because the fucking guy next to me was like ready to pull his wallet out, I said, fuck this. Hey, I want those. I want that Superman. It's like, yeah, sure. So I ended up buying it. But then like regret sets in. You drive home and you're like, you stop. I stopped at a Burger King.
Your gas tank's home on empty, and you're like, that's right. That's where that 80 was supposed to go.
from $30, from putting $30, I went to go put 15. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna stretch the hell out of it all the way until I get closer to somewhere else. So it's like regret starts setting in, and you're like, fuck, man, I just spent $80 that I could have used on something else, and I could have waited because eventually, yeah, or a fucking popcorn gun because I'm a fucking idiot. You know what I'm saying? And also, too, a lot of the stuff that I bought that I spent so much money on, Hot Toys, they're still in fucking box. I don't even display them. So here I am sitting like regretting having all these fucking toys. And then you're trying to sell them and like you're selling them at retail price and people are like, no, that's too much for me. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck? But like,
if that happened with like the fucking people that buy stuff secondhand or like resell, buy stuff from resellers. Like I'm not a reseller, but I have the cartoon Ninja Turtles, the 4-pack, like the Holothon one, and I was trying to sell it. I was like, I don't know, I've used them for like 2 pictures. I don't plan on using them ever again. And they're going for like 200 plus on eBay, and I put it up on Instagram on my story. I was like $150, which is what you would have bought it for at retail at Target, by the way.
Seriously.
And I put right on there, $150. It's missing a pizza slice. I can't find this fucking pizza slice. And people are trying to haggle me down. They're like, would you take 50 for it? It's missing a pizza slice. I was like, fuck it, it's missing a pizza. You got every other fucking neck and Ninja Turtle. Go fucking grab one of those pizza slices if you need it.
Seriously. So I agree. And again, like sometimes, and I see a comment from Jedi Jack. He says, you only live once, have a good time. I am so for that. Like one of my buddies used to always say, don't cheat yourself, treat yourself. But it comes to a point where you're like, okay, I'm going to do that. but let me do it responsibly. Like, at what point do you say, I'm gonna be fucking responsible and I'm not gonna I'm gonna save my money, right? But then what happens is like you say that, but then all the shit that you want starts dropping and they start showing up in stores. Like, I used to fucking hate that so much, where I would have like nothing horror related would drop. It was a few months passed. Everything Ninja Turtles was dropping, all this other shit. I'm like, I could go to the store. I don't have to worry about it. They let everybody get those. I'm all right. I go to the fucking Walmart, and then boom, a bunch of horror figures that I don't have show up. And I'm like, or now NECA's been fucking restocking old figures that they were selling for like 100 plus or whatever. Now they're back in the stores for retail. And I'm like, fuck my life. Fuck my life. Now I want these. So like, I go from going to the store, not looking for anything, to walking out paying $75 to almost $100 worth of fucking shit. And then it's crazy because my neighbors, I think they probably think I like I have like kilos or some shit because all the boxes and the bags I walk in. So, and I'm always like stashing things. And then my daughter's godfather shows up, and sometimes he brings me figures and I'm like tucking it in and shit like that. So they probably think I'm like doing drugs or selling drugs or got this whole, trafficking,
something shady.
Something shady going on. But like, or they actually see what I bring in and they're like, this fucking guy's weird. He got a lot of fucking toys. So yeah, we slanging those figs. Yep, that's what I do.
I have the opposite issue as far as like I'll pass shit up all the time in the store. Like I spent more than I'd like to admit on some of like the Dark Knight's metal figures, like the McFarlane Dark Knight's metal figures. Some of them I got for a really good deal, but others I had to spend quite a bit for. And I mean, I was passing them motherfuckers up left and right in Target. I'd see them all the time, stockpile of them, and then they'd go on clearance, and they were still like $12, and I'm like, nah. I mean, it's gonna go down. It'll be like $7 next week, and then they're gone. And then I go to try to find them somewhere else, resale or whatever, and they're like the Green Lantern and Dawnbreaker 2-pack. Like I saw that forever in Target, and I was like, I'll get it cheaper. No, I ended up paying almost double fucking retail price for it by the time I finally got it because everybody else bought them.
Yeah.
Now before I ask this question, AB,
yeah,
do you deal with this impulsive stuff and like regret and like? Do you like sometimes like buy? I mean, because I feel, I don't know, AB. I feel like sometimes you come across as this one guy.
He's the level-headed one. I don't.
Yeah, like you're very level-headed and you're very responsible. Like you'll see something you want and you're like, I'll wait. I'll come back. Whatever. I'll buy it eventually. Like I feel like you're one of those guys. You show up at the store, you see what you want, and you don't just be like, you don't like try to throw it. It was like you don't try to. You're not like me. You try to convince yourself like, well, I have bread, but I really need this too. So like, well, we have like 3 slices of bread in our bag. So I think we can make something happen with those 3 slices of bread or 3 eggs. Let me just get this figure because it may not be here tomorrow. Are you that guy or are you not?
No, trust me. I'll walk a couple of times. I'll walk down the aisles and just think about it sometimes. And then even the missus would be like, just grab it. You just want to grab it. Just grab it. And be like, dude, I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, I don't know.
That's a good missus, man.
Because he's smart. He's thinking, what if my phone bills do?
Something cracks or something. Right. Like right now, like I'm trying to fix my car, and then like she went to Walmart recently. She showed me like a bunch of stuff that they have for sale, and I'm just like, oh shit. I'm like, but I can't do it. I just can't do it.
Well, it's nice that she acknowledges that you like that stuff. And see, me, I used to always have to sneak shit in the house. So I used to live in this apartment where like the minute you walk through the back door, there was a basement, and the basement had all like my toys and everything downstairs. It was like my little man cave. So what I would do is sometimes my ex-wife would cook, and the kitchen was right there, and the basement was like cross. So she would cook. And like when I would wait, I would see that the door was open because she was trying to let the smoke out because she doesn't like the smoke. So when I saw her walk into the dining room, I would walk in and I would toss the toy down the thing. And she said, "What was that noise?" I was like, "Oh, that's just the screen door." Or I would like take one of my kids and like my son, notorious. I would give it to my son and be like, "Hey, bring this downstairs to the basement. Don't tell anybody, just hide it. And then again, I had so much shit, so she'd be like, "Oh, this is new." I was like, "Oh no, this has been in my collection for a while."
Been here for 3 weeks, no big deal.
3 years. I've had this for 3 years. So
I will say that she kind of gets bugged out when I keep buying like Spider-Mans. She'd be like, "You need another one? You got another one? You have the same one."
My wife does that with Batman figures. She's like, another Batman figure. I'm like, yeah, well, this one's different. All right, it's different. Give me a fucking break.
See, I tell myself that now. Now that I'm a single man, I tell myself that now. I'm my own wife, so I'll say another Superman figure. Not another Superman figure, but like, yeah, dude. Like, it's I don't know what it is, man. Like, it always hits me every time I'm not looking for anything. And I'm not planning. It's always the time that I go out and I'm not expecting to find anything as well. And then it's crazy too, because like, and here's another good question. Has there been a toy? What toy or what line of figures have you guys passed on? Like, you go into the store, you saw it and didn't buy it and regret not buying it.
Line of figures or specific?
It could be a line of figures or it could be like a figure itself. I'll go one. So DC Direct had under Battle for the Cow Jason Todd Batman figure. I used to always go to this comic store that was my local comic store that was nearby, actually near my job, and they're still there. And I used to always see the figure. It was always there. I used to always see that one, the Jason Todd Batman, and then it was called the Batman Reborn, like the line. It was called Batman Reborn. It was the Jason Todd Batman. They had the Two-Face Batman, and then they had the Damian Wayne Robin. But I always wanted, because I was a big fan of the Jason Todd, and I love that story. Tony Daniels is like one of my favorite artists, and I love some of his books. So I always wanted that figure, and I always wanted to get that Jason Todd Batman tattooed on me. So I always wanted it, and it was for retail price at that time. You know, at the time it was cheap. It was like probably like $20, 20, maybe $25 the most.
Yeah,
it wasn't
back
anything.
then $20 was like, that was high end. That's like,
it was high end at the time, but like compared to now, so like it was cheap, and I used to always see it, man, and I was like, oh man, I want to buy that. But at the time, I wasn't really into like figures. I wasn't into figures like that. I was collecting graphic novels. I was buying comics. I was heavy on the Batman series where he was like in different time periods. I was collecting those. The Death of the Family. I was collecting those like those variant covers with the Joker face. I was into comics, so I wasn't really doing the figures. So later on, when I really started buying like toys, like I knew that figure was out. So then when I went to go buy it, it couldn't find it anywhere. So when I was on eBay, it was going for like $90 to $100, and I couldn't see. Like now, I'm as impulsive I am now. I could buy it now because I don't give a shit now. But before, I was a little more responsible. So I was like, I'm not going to pay fucking $100 for a fucking figure. I'm not going to do that shit. I'll just buy something else. So, but that's one of the figures that I can say I regret not buying, because it was like, again, I love the story, but it was a figure that I always saw that I could have easily got and say, hey, I have a $90 figure right here and it's mine. So what figures would you guys say would be the one that like you passed on that you regret, or even a line of figures? What would it be?
Mine would have to be the Last Ronin, because I actually had it in hand and it was at Best Buy, and that's the one I kept walking back and forth to, and I was like, I should just get it, but I already had like a cart full of other figures that I already had. And then after that, I have the hooded one.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, I regret not getting it at that time. But now I can't really find it.
You can't find them anywhere over there?
Not in stores at all.
Open. I feel like I've seen them around.
I think I still see them quite a bit. I know I see the red, like the red and black variant of it. It's supposed to look like the comic book drawing.
Yeah.
But I feel like I still see those. I'll have to keep my eye open at Target.
Oh, there you go.
Damn, the Last Ronin, man. I've seen that one a couple of times, man.
Yeah, I sent you the hooded one, as I bought them both. I got the hooded one and the non-hooded one.
Non-hooded, yeah.
And I was like, I don't like the hooded one, so I sent Danny the hooded one. I was like, here, you have this one.
Just give him the scraps.
Yeah, I have the non-hooded one already, but I just need that hooded one still.
And you
Yeah,
really
I still see
and that's
them
a
around.
figure
I'll
you
take a
really
look.
want, right? That's a
Mhm.
figure that you want. And just out of curiosity, because I know you're a Spider-Man guy, why do you want that figure?
Just the way that he looks. The way that he
Okay.
looks, and it's like the whole ninja theme and stuff like that. And it's Michelangelo, man. So
Yeah. Well,
You're
spoiler
Mike.
alert. Maybe people haven't read that. Maybe they didn't know
Who?
it's like.
Listen. At this point, if you have not fucking read The Last Ronin, then shit,
yeah,
I don't know what the hell.
A video
I don't know
game
what
of
the
it. Actually, I hope that. I hope it's good.
yeah.
right.
I hope
There's
they
gonna be a
pop off with
video
that
game.
game.
There's gonna be a video game. There's figures and there's a comic. If you don't know who The Last Ronin, and honestly, it's not really a spoiler because it tells you who the person is, who the Last Ronin is in the first issue. So it's not really a spoiler. Like you go read the first issue and it's gonna tell you. It's not like something that's gonna play out and you're gonna think who it is. And it's obvious who it is. But like, damn man, like now I gotta make it
I'm,
my business to find you that Last Ronin.
I'm trying
Yeah,
to.
man.
I'm trying to think of something. Like I know back in the day, I was only collecting like Hawkeye and Thor and Batman. So
Mhm.
like I was passing up on a whole bunch of shit back in the day,
Mm.
and like that whole Jim Lee variants of the X-Men Marvel Legends. Like I passed up
Mhm.
on those all the time, and then ended up spending a bunch of money to get the Cyclops loose, like not even in box, loose. I guess recently, like the most recent one that I can think of is I was seeing the DC versus Vampires Batman
Mhm.
everywhere. I was seeing that fucking
Mhm.
thing everywhere, and I was like, on principle alone, I'm not buying this fucking thing because Batman never actually. Here's a real spoiler: Batman never was a vampire in that fucking comic. Like he
Mm.
gets killed. He doesn't become a vampire.
Thank you for
Like
spoiling that for me. I appreciate it.
yeah.
I can't
Uh,
even read it.
so I was like, I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. And then it was like EC Toy Picks and um shoot, there was one other person. EC Toy Picks did a shot with that vampire Batman. I was like, motherfucker, I wish I had bought that. Like and
Mm,
now I can't find it. And now it's like $60 on most of the retail stores. I'm like, yeah, I was passing boatloads of the fucking things. And that's kind of like how it was with the Superman one. I walked into Walmart, I seen there was 4 of them, and I like instinctively grabbed 3 of them. And I was walking
Mm.
around Walmart. I was like, and I hit Danny up. I was like, "Hey, do you want one of these fucking zombie Superman or vampire Supermans? Like, did you want one? They
I
only
said
got 4 of
yes.
them.
I
No,
said
you didn't. You
yes.
said no.
No, I said yes.
No, you said no, you prick.
No, I did
That's all
not.
right. I can go get you one. Let me finish my story. And then I hit up EC Toy Picks. I was like, hey, did you want one of these? And I didn't hear back from him. So then I put 2 of them back. I just bought the one. And then, like, literally the next day, I go into fucking Walmart and there's 10 of the fucking things there. Like, I just bought one
yeah.
and now there's 10 or 12 of them there. So now I can go buy you one tomorrow, dickhead, because you said you didn't want it when I asked you.
Thank you. It's put Mr. in front of that, by the way.
Mr. Dickhead.
Now, damn man. Now it's kind of like also. Well, I mean, here's another question, right? Have you guys ever bought in a figure and think that, oh my god, I need to buy this now because there's not going to be no more of these and it's going to be really hard to find. But then you wait a week and they got a whole, they're like shelf warm and everything. Like they're like everywhere, fucking everywhere. RoboCop was a perfect example.
Yeah, I was gonna
When
say
I
RoboCop from the Hall of Fame.
RoboCop was one. When I bought RoboCop, I got RoboCop actually from the vendor because the vendor at the Target I go to, every time I see him, we're always chopping it up and talking. So he allows me to go into the boxes. Like he's like, I'm gonna let you get into the boxes because you're the first person that doesn't actually go into the boxes without my consent. Like you're okay. So he's like, go ahead, get what
He
you want.
lets you right in his box.
Yeah, basically.
That's awesome.
He lures me in with candy. He's like, hey, come. So I went in the box and then I had gotten the Mikey mummy. I got and then I got the RoboCop. And man, I was like, oh, I want this RoboCop. So I got like, there was 2 of them, and the other one was like dinged up in the corner. And I was like, I want the one with the best box. So then I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna buy 2. I'll open the one that with the messed up box, and I'll keep the other one because these are gonna be super hard to find. You go to fucking Best Buy, you go to Walmart, you go to Target, shit ton of RoboCops. The next couple of days, I'm like, I really did all that Like it was like stupid as hell. I was like, I bought all this. I bought these 2 stupid ass RoboCops, and mind you, it doesn't articulate good. Not that it
Terrible.
has to, because I don't think fucking RoboCop in the movie was doing any of the Saturday Night Fever dances or nothing like that. He wasn't fucking dancing like John Travolta in the fucking movie. So if anybody's complaining about articulation, you're silly. Stop it. So, but also, it's like I really didn't need fucking 2 of them. I think I bought it because I thought it was gonna be such a rare figure.
Resell it.
Yeah, like, right? It's such a rare figure. And it was like, it wasn't a rare figure. So, like, now I have a fucking extra RoboCop where I'm like, either I'm going to give it away or I'm going to go to Target and get a gift card and get me something else. Another
You're talking about the Holothon one, right? With like the holofoil box.
Yeah. The one that, the ultimate one that had came out. So I have this extra fucking RoboCop who I took one photo of, didn't do shit with it. I mean, I love it. It's
give
great.
them away.
I could give them away, or I could bring them back and get another Michael Myers figure.
I did the same thing with RoboCop. When the Holothon went on, I picked up the fucking RoboCop, and it was the only one. I picked it up and I was like, I gotta have it. But it was one of those rare days where I was like, like I can't afford this week. Like, normally I would have put it back and been like, fuck it, maybe I'll find it again some other day. But that day, I was like, I'm never going to find this again because it's Holothon exclusive. I'm never going to find this again. And I don't know. I didn't like buy, I skipped beer or something. I don't remember. But now that fucking thing is like, it's all over the place. They're less than retail in most places now. So it's like, see, I could have fucking just not done that.
Seriously, right? How about you, AB?
Shit, that's kind of hard.
Spider-Man.
Well, yeah, most likely it's gonna be one of the Spider-Man figures, low key.
Yeah, right. Oh my goodness. No, honestly, speaking of Spider-Man, I always wanted to buy the Sentinel one, but I'm really happy that I have the Hot Toy one because I have, like, anytime I have, like, I wanted to sell it because I know it would sell. But the only reason I kept the Spider-Man, the Miles Spider-Man, was because it's like your little mascot, so I don't want to get rid of it because of it. It has like sentimental value now. It sucks too because it's like I have this horror collection, the Superman collection, but then there's like this one little odd Spider-Man in my collection, and it was like, what the hell? I'm like, well, I mean, don't get me wrong, I love the Into the Spider-Verse, I love the newer movie. They're great movies, and then Miles is a phenomenal. I love that Spider-Man.
Yeah,
but like it's so funny because people are like seeing, they're like, oh, you're into Spider-Man, and then my reaction is always like, I like Miles, but I really like it because of AB. No, I was like, I really like it because it reminds me of AB. So I have this whole, so I can't listen. I literally can't wait to open that Hot Toy. Like, that's a figure that I'm eventually gonna open and display because you could display them.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, sure you will.
Yeah, sure. Right. We'll wait till like 3 years from now. But like you could display him in the Spider-Man outfit with the jacket, without the jacket, but also you could display him with the bomber jacket and the hoodie and the spray can with the Miles head. So it looks pretty cool. And I've seen people like get custom like Jordans made because they don't, Sideshow doesn't own and Hot Toys doesn't own the licensing for Jordans, which is weird too because they have it. It was 3-0. They can't make Jordan figures, so they put like regular like Walmart. You go to Walmart and you get you get the fucking it's not Jordan. What is it? It's Shaq.
The Shaqs,
yeah, right. Like and it's never like the fucking Shaq logo, right? It's always like the one where it's like he's like hovering over and he's doing like this. It's the you get the not the Shazam, not the Kazam.
Kazam, yeah.
You get the Kazam. If anybody's as old as I am, you remember the movie with Shaq where he was like Genie, Kazam.
Yeah.
But he fucking
makes it rain candy. That was fucking amazing.
That was epic. When you were a kid.
I want a fucking giant genie that makes it rain candy. What the hell?
Not just any genie. I need a Shaquille O'Neal genie that rains candy.
You remember the fucking Shaq Fu video game on Nintendo, Super Nintendo? It was like a fucking weak ass Mortal Kombat knockoff type game, but it was called Shaq Fu, and like Shaquille O'Neal was the main character, and then there was a bunch of like, there was like a not a Mr. Freeze, like a Sub-Zero type character that was Ice. There was
what?
like a fucking reptile dude, but it was like sludge or some shit. I don't remember. It was. I had that. That was one of the games I had for the Super Nintendo. It
Oh
was
shit.
fucking
There were,
cool.
I thought you were gonna mention like the true crime, not true crimes street from New York. We remember that. I don't know if you guys remember that game, but it was like there was a game called True Crime Streets of New York. But there was oh my god, what
That's
was
Steve
the? It was
Cohen,
the
no?
Def.
Jack Fu.
It was Def Jam. It was Def Jam Fight for New York.
Oh, that was the
Where
shit, man.
where remember that game where like you
Oh
fought
man.
like Snoop Dogg
Joe
was like
Budden
the
was
He was
in
the main
fucking-
villain.
yeah.
Yeah.
Snoop Dogg was like the main, and then you could create your own character. So listen, my character, see, at the time I had hair and I used to get braids. So my character had braids. He had a fucking chain. He had like jerseys, all the types of sneakers, because you could like customize them any way you want.
Mhm.
But it's funny because you could pick any of the like move like rap hip hop vixens, right? That's what I call them, hip hop vixens. But I always picked the one they created for the game who was ugly as shit. I always picked her because I was, and it was funny because I will always pick her because I always used to say, I'm gonna pick her because she's not attractive, but she's gonna be the most loyal. she's gonna be the one. She's not gonna cheat. She's gonna be all the way for me, and I'm gonna be all right with her. But like that was another good fucking game. But
Yeah, it was.
But yeah, but going back to the Miles, like yeah, like the sneakers, they're like the ones you buy at Walmart. they're not like you could draw the little Nike logo or even buy like little stickers and put like the Nike logo to make him look like the Jordans. But I'm gonna see if I could like find somebody who does customs and like put those sneakers on because I want them to have Jordans. I don't want them to have the Kazams on.
Kazams.
or,
I
the,
am Kazam.
or the hop or like people used to call them in my school. We used to call them the hop. Anytime like we used to like come in with like big old like Walmart shoes, we used to call them the hot pocket holders.
Oh.
You know the little aluminum things that you have to break up and put the hot pockets in so you won't burn your fucking Those are funny as shit, man. Oh man. But yeah, dude, like yeah. So I mean, there are so many
like I say, like I say.
Right? But I'm a little train of thought here. No, but
that's how you rope yourself back in, I noticed. When you're off track, you say either say, like I say, or and again. Like and
those
again,
need to be like those need to be stickers,
and then you remember what you're trying to say.
As I will myself back in, I was like, all right, you're getting drunk. Get your shit together. But yeah, there's I mean, not just that going back to like the figures that you know I passed on and I regret. There are so many other figures that I wish I have. Perfect example. I always wanted the Christopher Reeve Hot Toys figure. I used to always make a joke that the day that I bought the Christopher Reeve Hot Toys figure, brand new in box, I would stop collecting. I used to always say that. Now I don't want it because I don't want to stop collecting. Now I don't want it. But like I always wanted it. I always wanted it because it came with the it was kind of like the Mesco. It came with like the with the Fortress of Solitude base that lit up, I think, and it came with the kryptonite necklace and like it had a bunch of nice head sculpt. Like it was great. It was a beautiful figure. And it came in this big old Superman logo box and it was great. But like it goes for some money, dude. Like I remember I don't know what it goes for now, but I remember the last time when I saw it, they were selling it out of China. They wanted like 500 and some change for it.
Oh damn.
Alone. Man. They wanted like 5 and some change for it alone. And so, me being me, I'm like, I'm not gonna pay $500. But then I think of all the bullshit that I spend and I buy, and I'm like, I would have had that figure a long time ago, and I would have stopped collecting. I wouldn't have this whole pile of shit now, and I would have just had that figure and stuck to what I said I was gonna do. I'm gonna buy that figure, and I was gonna stop collecting. I was gonna go cold turkey, and then I didn't do it. I think it's just me being too greedy.
I definitely know what you're talking about. I have impulse buys every now and then too, because like I got a bonus check around the time that Mr. Freeze was up for pre-order, and I got the Mezco Mr. Freeze, and I pre-ordered it, and the first place I pre-ordered it from, they refunded my money. They were like, sorry, we didn't actually get them, so they refunded my money. And then I pre-ordered it at a second place, and same thing, they refunded my money, and they're like, sorry, we don't have it. So I was like, fuck this. I'm just not meant to have Mr. Freeze. So I took that money and I spent it on fucking Mafex figures instead. And then now Mr. Freeze is available, and I'm like, I don't have that fucking bonus check anymore. I can't fucking
Dude,
justify spending that money now.
Speaking of Mr. Freeze, I remember when they were doing the Mesco, like they were doing the trivia questions where they had the horror one and then they had the DC one.
Yeah.
And it was a bunch of DC questions, and one of the options is you could win a Mr. Freeze Mesco figure. And I know you really wanted that figure. So in the back of my mind, I was like, man, I'm gonna buy this. I'm gonna do this, and if I win it, I'm gonna ask for the Mr. Freeze, and I'm just gonna send it to him. I'm not gonna tell him because I know how you are when you say, "Oh, you probably would have been like, no, it's yours." I was like, "Fuck that!" I went. So I was like, "I'm just gonna send it to him, and I'm not telling him or anything." So, and believe it or not, I was even still looking through my email to see if I got anything. But they were like, "Fuck that guy."
I tried the same thing with the horror one. I was like, because I thought it was you win all of them. I thought it was one of each of the ones that they were saying. I didn't realize it was just one. But if I won the fucking Mezco Leatherface, I was just gonna send it to you.
Speaking of that one, that one's on the way, so I cannot wait to have the Mezco Leatherface. I'm gonna take a shit ton of photos, and I was telling Unworthy in a conversation we're having, like the body is so cool. Like if I wanted to buy another one, I would want to make a custom with just that body mode because it comes with like a little beer belly, a dad bod. I'm like, this will be a perfect custom for me. Like I would need to find like a head sculpt. I would get like a whole, I would see if I could get like a whole custom Rowdy Boyz shirt and make it just a whole custom of me because the body's dope. But that one's on the way right now. So what do you guys have coming? Anything good coming up, showing up?
I've got 2 of the 6 packs of Batman movie figures on pre-order.
Okay. Oh, shit, nice.
Okay. Probably not going to have 2 for long, but I did pre-order it twice. So I had a plan, and then I was like, I don't know, that's kind of like a bougie baller move. I'm not going to do that.
Mm-hmm.
I just actually got the pre-order notification that my anti-monitor is on the way.
Okay. And you've been really heavy. You've been really heavy on the because when I first met you, you was a Power Ranger guy.
Yeah,
you've been really heavy on. You've been heavy on the McFarlanes, and you've been fucking killing the McFarlane shots, dude. Like,
yeah, man.
Like your McFarlane shots have been like super.
You know who you
incredible.
can thank for that? You know who you really can thank for that?
Who's that?
Is Blitz Fix.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Why is that?
Because I avoided them for a long time. I bought into the storytelling that everybody was telling me that they suck and they're not any good. I was like, yeah, you're right. I'm not going to buy it. I bought into it. I was like, yeah, I'm not going to fucking buy it. And then Blitz did the 4,000 followers thing there, the Tidy Mac attack or whatever, the collab challenge that he did. And I was like, I've only got like 2 fucking McFarlanes and they're broken. One of them's broken. And the one of them is not as broken because my sons are little animals and they broke the one. So I was like, I ordered the John Kent Superman or Superboy, Superman.
Okay.
Superman's son. And then I ordered Damian Wayne. And I did like a Super Sons attack on Justice League thing with Batman and Superman getting their asses handed to them by their sons. And like as I was messing with those fucking two nigga McFarlanes, it's like, why was I believing everybody? These things don't suck. Like these are actually really good.
No,
like, they are a bit oversized. Like they're a little bit bigger.
No.
I can't just shoot those with my my Marvel Legends or anything. But like these are good figures. I don't know why I wasn't. Why did I not? I love DC. I love a big Batman fan. Love Jason Todd. Love Nightwing. Big Dick fan. You know, as I
we know that. Yeah.
A huge Green Lantern fan. Love Green Lantern. I love the whole fucking comic book series, but I avoided them because I let everybody get in my head and I listened and I was like, oh man, I don't want to be the guy that's collecting McFarlanes because everybody else hates them. And then I bought some and I was like, fuck that. I like these. I'm buying more.
Nah.
So thank you, Blitz. I've had more success with all my my McFarlane shots than I have ever.
And let me tell you, chat, when he said... And let me tell you guys, yes, I agree. Unworthy and AB, you guys have just been fucking killing. I've just been on this whole lately. I've just been on this whole photo block. Like I don't have any ideas. Like I have ideas, but like I get so caught up with so much other shit that I haven't taken a photo of anything lately. It's been like a week. This is the second time, It's been like a week. Like I don't have any motivation, but I'm trying to like. Hopefully tonight I'll find some motivation. Maybe I'll like drink another beer and then I'll figure something out. Maybe usually what happens is like,
beer, you'll fall asleep.
But usually what I sometimes what I do is like I'll watch a movie or I'll go online and I'll watch like a movie clip and I'll maybe try to reenact a movie, like a scene from a movie. That's how I get my inspiration. Or even like posters. I'll look through like posters and stuff like that. That's how I do it. But I was gonna say when Unworthy says he collects dicks, he means it. Put emphasis on dicks. He really
I buy all the dicks now. I got Tim. I got Tim Drake dick. I got Jason Todd dick. I got Nightwing dick. I got Dick Grayson dick. I got Joker Eyes dick. I got the Robin King dick. I got fucking dicks all over the place.
All over the place. More than J.
Right up to here with my dicks.
More than J-Lo does. He has a bunch of dicks everywhere. He's like, he's like, it's a sausage party over there.
I could, the Scrooge McDuck thing, or not Scrooge McDuck. Is it Scrooge McDuck, the really rich guy? He dives into the pool of gold coins.
Dive into,
I could dive into a pool of dicks. That's how many dicks I
Look, it reminded me of that gif of that girl when all the sausages and hot dogs hit her in the face, and she's like,
"That's what." Yeah, like they put out a new Robin. They put out a new dick, and I'm like, got it. Oh, that's a dick I got to get in my hands. Like I have to have that dick with me. Except for the Joker Eyes one. I didn't really give a shit about the
so like when you dive, like when you picture yourself diving, do you have like the whole swimsuit and the little the little cap and the little thing on your
nose plugs so you don't catch a scrim stick up the nose? I got the hair cap on because I got so much hair. Like I got to pull it back and put the cap on. I got the little floaty, and I actually don't do the 2 shoulder strap swimsuit. I got one that's like Andre the Giant. It's like just the one across the one titty, and I just head first right into my pilot tit.
So fucking. So he's like Unworthy before he jumps in the pool of dicks. He goes and then dives. Pool of dicks. Yep. Oh my god. Pool of dicks. Oh my goodness, man. But
I don't want lipstick on my dick. I do not. That Joker Eyes Robin. I'm not doing it. I don't want lipstick on my dick. You know what my wife would say if I came home with lipstick on my dick? She'd be like, "What is this all about?" I can't do it.
I wouldn't want to be like that. Would be the day that I get a phone call and I'm like, "Hey Dan, what are you doing?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm just home right now watching TV." He's like, "Hey, listen, I'm like 2 hours away from Connecticut. I'm gonna come stay with you for a month."
My wife on my lipstick dick.
Get that couch ready.
Oh my goodness! And then then with my fucking luck, my wife shows up and she's like picking up the kids and Unworthy's on the fucking kitchen making pancakes and shit.
You know what it'll be? She'll walk in as I've got my ball stick, trademark pending. I'll have my one leg up on your couch and I'll be applying my ball stick and she'll walk in and I'll be like, "This isn't what it looks like." This should be like, "It looks like you're rubbing something on your balls." And I'd be like, "All right, it is exactly what it looks like then."
Or she'll see a deodorant in the bathroom and it'll have like a blonde hair. And they're like, "That's not Danny's hair. Who the fuck's hair is that?" Oh shit. What the fuck, man? Well, I know Fallen's in the comments. And Mikey, yes, this is a Rowdy Boyz show.
Welcome to Rowdy Hour. We're almost a full hour in. Maybe we'll talk about some toy picks eventually. Not sure.
We will. Matter of fact, let's go into toy picks right after this comment. I know Hoodcast AF, whoever's doing the chats, he says McFarlane is rubbing his hands like that Shaq meme about unworthy buying habits. Very true. McFarlane, if you're watching this show, you need to feature my boy. You need to give my boy something because he's killing it with this shot.
I've tried. I contact him all the time. I am trying to get a job with him. I'm not ashamed to admit that. I'm politicking. I'm trying to get a job with fucking McFarlane. I want to know his fucking photographer's name so I could go pop his tires. And,
do you mention Do you mention your collection of dicks to him, like in like an email or something? Do you say
That might
hey?
be it. Like, I know you like mayonnaise, but I like dick. And then this could work out. It could be a good working relationship.
Oh my goodness, man. Well, listen, that's a perfect segue. So I think, yeah, let's let's talk about some toy photography.
All right, we bullshitted for a little bit too long. I have to go take a leak, so then I'll be right back to talk about
go right ahead. Go play with
Do
your
that, brother.
Go play with your Richard Grayson. I should have told him if he shakes it more than once, it's playing with it.
For real.
but it probably wouldn't even fucking phase him. He'd probably be all right with it. But yeah. So everybody in the chat again, thank you for joining us. We're the Rowdy Boyz. The Pig Bar is the reason why we're together. We were formed together. You know, we were all guests on this show, and then we all became friends, and we're practically family now. Like we you know, so it's all because of the Pig Bar, and we're happy to be here today, just to be silly and be ourselves, but also to feature some awesome toy photographers in the community and just talk about their work. So I think I'm gonna start with mine because I think mine are the first one. So I'm gonna start with my first one here, and I appreciate whoever, I believe that's Thor running the doing the slide or whatever. All right, so my first hey, welcome back, buddy.
I only shook it twice.
Okay, good for you. Good for you. You should have treated. Don't cheat yourself. Treat yourself.
Treat yourself. 2020.
So my first feature of tonight is Colton's _cooking_comics, and again, it's obvious. Why I love to see. I love a classic horror photo, whether it's a portrait, whether it's recreating a scene, but I also like when people take the horror or even any line of figures and they have fun with them and they do like silly scenes. So this one was really, really funny because it's Chucky biting into Freddy's head and like you see he's like gripping his brain, and then Michael's in the background Michael doesn't talk, so he's probably like so he's in the background like, oh shit. So, and I don't know, there was this one commercial one time where it was like they were promoting the Sci-Fi Chucky show, but they were also promoting Halloween Kills, and they had a commercial together where Michael Myers was like stabbed, like Chucky was like doing like this old pumpkin, and then Michael came and stabbed it. He's like, hey. So it was funny to me when I saw this because I could see Michael and Chucky being like the best of, like Freddy and Jason, although they hate each other in the movie, I could always see those two together. But I think Michael and Chucky, now I can't see those two not being like a pair, like just friends and shit. Cause it's like Chucky's like the loud mouth that's always talking shit, and then Michael's the quiet one, like probably like I just picture him like him saying fuck, and he's like trying to tell him to watch his mouth, so he's like doing sign language and shit. but I love this photo. It's fun. It's creative. I love that. One of the things that I love about toy photographers is that I love to see the fun that they're having in their photos, right? Because we get so caught up with algorithm, we get so caught up with like likes and all this stuff. And now all this stuff is great. But like one of the things that I always say to people is like, never forget what got you started, which was the fun of it, right? You always had fun. And this right here, it's just so much fun. When I saw it, I was just laughing. It was great. So yeah, so he did respond, and he says, Colton says, thanks so much, guys. Looking forward to the stream tonight. Oh, listen, dude, if you're in the comments or if you're watch the replay, I didn't see you in the chat, but dude, listen, this is such a fun shot. Like it when
probably
I
heard us talking about dicks and was like, this can't
I'm jumping out
and jump right on and jump. Hopefully he has a funny bone and whatever. But like again, this is such a fun shot. I love the lighting. And again, there's not much you could not say. It's fun. And again, This is what it's all about, right? Not take yourselves too serious. And not to say that he maybe doesn't take his work seriously. If you do, hey, hats off to you. But you know what? I love to see that you're having so much fun with your toys and your photos. And I love to see like horror photos like this sometimes, right? Where like there's times where I've seen like photos of like all the horror people having like dinner together, breakfast together. Like this is such a fun shot. And like Michael's what kills me. Like Michael in the background, like
Yeah, that
oh
I was gonna say that's my favorite thing is Michael going like, "Oh my lord."
yeah.
awesome.
So other than that, so listen, awesome photo. You guys have anything?
Yeah, like I said, the Michael doing that. I was wondering how he got the elbow to bend in so close to his face. I'm wondering if he didn't have another figure standing next to it off frame holding the hand, because I know the NECAs are kind of limited, like they can't.
Yeah.
So most time they can't get their hand up that far.
Yeah.
But whatever he did, it's brilliant. That's my favorite part of this whole picture.
No, it's great.
Fun. That's an awesome shot, man.
I love that he used Michael for the background because again, Michael doesn't really talk. Michael doesn't talk. So it's like just to see him do it like this whole like it was funny as hell.
God. Yeah.
Like
why do you think Michael doesn't talk because he's got like a weird voice? Like
I think he does talk though. He does talk. Like if you watch Halloween Kills, that scene where Karen, Laurie's daughter, takes the mask off of him and like she's holding it up to him. When he gets up, if you really listen to if you're really quiet, you can hear him say, "Give it back to." He says, "Give it back." He's talking about his mask. You can hear him say it. Like he does talk. There's like little hints of things. He does like. So yeah, but again, Colton's listen. Awesome photo. If you guys are not following this dude,
I think it's Cool Tunes. I think you're
Cool Tunes. I'm sorry. Cool Tunes. Cool Tunes. If you guys are not following Cool Tunes _cooking_ comics, go follow him. He has amazing photos. And yeah, dude, great job, dude. Just have you know, you're having fun.
He said I struggled with that hand there. I may have pushed a little too hard on those arms to get it there.
Oh,
well,
okay.
Listen, great job. I hope you didn't break your finger. Still,
phenomenal job. I love this photo. It's great.
Fantastic.
All right. Next one is from Collector 425. So he's part of the Grown Ass Men Toys. I love this photo, man. Like I saw this Blue Beetle. Like I'm excited for Blue Beetle, by the way. I really want to watch it. It looks fun. I love this photo. It's so poster quality. And like if I didn't know anything about toy photography, I would think this was like a poster from the movie. Like I would think this was part of the movie or something like that. Like I love the effects, the lighting, the effects on the eyes, like and the logo. Again, I'm a sucker for posters. I'm a sucker for movie posters, and this right here is just a perfect example of that. It's a beautiful portrait shot, but also too, like Collector 425 is such an amazing and he does. I believe he does his photos with his phone. Such an amazing photographer, such an amazing person, and you know, I really wanted to showcase his work because again, like you know, sometimes we forget how good somebody is outside of what their art is, right? And he's such a great guy. I've had great conversation. Unworthy, I believe you've chopped it up a couple of times with him. Such a phenomenal guy, awesome guy. Yeah, he's a great guy. So like again, it shows, and like again, he does phenomenal work. So I just love, you know, just the cinematic tone to it, and again, it just if I didn't know any better, I would think this was like part of the movie, like a promo from the movie.
Actually, when I first saw this one, I thought it was the statue because like the statue version of it, because it's so clean and like such a natural pose. But it's the figure. Like he killed it. I'm wondering if he added those the scarab parts, the pinchers.
Yeah, I think he did.
Like the wings are attached to those things. So either he
there's
added
two
those
versions,
or he
right?
removed the wings.
Yeah, there's two of them that they have. Yeah.
There's
one that comes without the wings, and he doesn't have the pinchers.
Okay.
And then there's the one. Actually, I got it right here.
Oh, nice.
So there's the one that comes without the pinchers and the wings, and like the back piece doesn't come off, but he comes with like a whole bunch of fingers,
hands, and stuff.
One of them comes with a bunch of fingers, and then the other one comes with the wings.
Oh, nice.
The back part comes off.
Oh, nice. See, now I want this figure.
And so then the wings, the wing and the pincher is all one piece. Because I'm thinking about buying another one with the set of wings, just so I can cut the wing part off here.
Yeah.
Because Jaime always has the scarab, like the pinchers up on on the
Okay.
suit, even without the wings. So like, I think I want to buy another one just so I can have the pinchers.
Well,
That'd be
shit.
pretty dope.
Collector 425. If you're watching the replay or if you're watching this now, whenever you get a sec, let me know what you did because I want to know how you got those the little things in the back without the wings, if that's connected. But again, such an amazing photo, such an amazing toy photographer. And then yes, Thor, I just saw that in the comments. So he says, "Wow, on my birthday too. It's an honor, dude. Happy birthday!
Happy birthday,
fucking
homie.
birthday!
Yeah, happy
Blessed
birthday, brother.
birthday, man. I'm so honored that now this means even so much more to us now because I'm happy that I'm able to showcase your phenomenal work on tonight. And again, this is a beautiful photo. And also too, go check out their show on Grown Ass Men Toys podcast on Sundays. They pre-recorded, they did a live. Go check them out on Sunday. Give them a like, a subscribe, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, show everybody love, you know what I'm saying? So again, he's such an awesome guy, along with Marvelous, and then he's with the Real Comrade. Great guys. But 425, I really wanted to showcase you tonight. So go show him some love. Go give him a like, a follow. Go check out his work because he does everything with his phone, and he's fucking talented. He's a great guy. So hats off to you, brother.
Hell yeah.
All right, next, what we got? Oh, woo!
There,
Listen. And he knew because he had he put it in the comments, but I'll read the comment after. When I tell you that, and this is with respect to all those horror toy photographers, right? Because I never think I'm like I get honored. I'm gonna say this humbly. I'm so honored when people reach out to me and say, "Hey, anything for like, hey man, much love to the king of horror, or the master of horror." Like, I love those comments. Thank you so much. I'm so humbled that you guys would even think so. But I'm such I can't take away from great horror toy photographers because there's so many of them, and I get inspired by so many. The reason this one hits me different is because this is something that I'm not used to from Green Geek. I know he's done horror photos before, but when I saw this photo in the chat, when I tell you that shit hit me, it was like kind of like I kind of like fanboyed a little bit. I was like, fuck, like I was like, man, like it kind in a way I was like, why didn't I do this first? In a way, right? Like I was like, why didn't I do this shot first? And like, it's just the way he lit the lighting, the tone of it, the background. It's just so cinematic and so beautiful. And I'm not saying this because Green is the host on the show. I'm saying this because I've said this before, even long before I even did shows of New Green. Like his lighting is impeccable. It's beautiful.
Yeah, man.
And when I tell you I love this photo, I loved it so much when I saw it. And like, I was just like a big groupie with it. Like, I was like, man, that's such a beautiful photo. Where I'm looking at it now, it's crazy because I was talking about how I had this whole block of taking photos and I can't think of any ideas. Now I'm looking at the photo. Now I'm just getting so much inspiration now. So Green, thank you. Like, you're bringing me back now. Now you're bringing me back. So I love to see photos like, again, it's so beautifully lit. The posing, again, it's Michael Myers. You really don't have to do much with him. It like that pose right there says it all. The pumpkin lit up on the side. I'm assuming he used the I'm not sure if he like edited the background or is that part of one of the NECA pieces that he edited in the back. But again, he lit it up so nice to the point where you don't know. It looks like it could be a diorama or it's real, right? You would never know. It's a great product. I like the fact that like he could have added a method in there, and if this shit didn't win Mescal Monday, like somebody's fucking blind because it's such a beautiful shot. And hats off to him, dude. Like, again, this is something that he threw a curveball at me. Like, again, sometimes we get those people, right? Like, you guys are so used to me doing horror shots that sometimes there have been times where I take photos of something else that's not horror related, and you're like, damn, you caught me off guard. Wow, I didn't know you could do that. It's like that's like the hidden talent that people have. And Green like fucking killed this shot. So Green says, oh, you guys, it's not hard to guess who chose this one, of course not. Thank you, Danny. Hey, anytime. As most of you know, I do all my shots with my iPhone X, and the lights are a mix of some Bauer lights from Walmart and a flash shoot RBG light from Amazon. The backdrop is an insert from the NECA Michael with the Mescal Michael Myers. Knew it. It's fucking phenomenal. Like, I would have never known that. Thank you again. Truly appreciate what you and all the Rowdy Boys do for the community. Wepa. Listen, Green,
We love you, big bro.
When I tell you right now, like, and this is no bullshit, Green, this is one of my favorite horror photos of this year right now. And only reason I say that is because, again, with all respect to all the horror photographers, even you are somebody I'm not used to doing this, because you're always great with the Power Rangers and other stuff, but then you sneak up on me with some shit like this, and I'm like, fuck. But it also inspires me. So now, after I get off this fucking live, I'm going to try to take some photos because you inspired me. So thank you. And again, awesome job, dude. Green's the man.
Green is so talented in everything that he does. Like, I don't know if you guys have been listening to his Echo-based radio.
Oh,
show,
yeah, man.
But, dude, I fucking love. I started catching up on that the other day while I was at work. Actually, I was listening to it through the Bluetooth in my van. And, like, I fucking love it. The way those two guys interact and they crack up on each other. Like, dude, everything Green Geek does.
Top tier, man.
And please, like, and when I tell you he's such a handsome fella, like,
yeah,
if
dude.
you're
don't bring him around your wife if you value your relationship.
Don't do that. That guy he's the Justin Timberlake of the toy photography world. But phenomenal job, man. Phenomenal job, dude. It's awesome. I'm not crying. He says, I'm not crying. I'm crying hot. Truly, man, appreciate the kind words. From the kid. Dude, thank you. But again, you guys inspire me. So this photo right here inspires me to want to take a photo. And again, Michael's always my go-to guy. So anytime I see photos like this, I'm ready to, like, all right, I got to do something. So Green, awesome job, Green, always. All right. What do we got
Love
next?
you, Green.
Love you, Velde. Another one. Now, there's actually two here who I chose them because they're great photographers, but it's a little personal, right? I don't know, I've said this many times, and I probably said this to a couple of people, but Zombie Clown is my favorite toy photographer. And I mean that because a lot of my inspiration and a lot of the way that I shoot my photos are based on his inspiration in the way. Because when I started toy photography, I was looking to a lot of people to try to find my way of how to do things, right? There were times where I was like copying people, but I really wanted to do my own. Again, I wanted to find my own way and learn my own style. A lot of my inspiration came from Zombie Clown. I've told this to him many times. The portrait shots, the any portrait shot that he does, and he has his signature blur thing that he always does. That's so cool. And if I'm not mistaken, I remember him showing me this photo and asking, like, he wanted to add like white. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, if I'm not mistaken, I had said to him, you should add some green smoke to it, like some green flames or smoke to it. I'm not sure if this.
Wait a minute. Are you trying to take credit for this? Like, hey,
no, not at all.
What you had a conversation
with him? Not fucking at all. Not at all. I would never take credit from someone who's inspired me to do the stuff that I do now. Like, the reason I have so much confidence in the photography that I do now is because of Zombie Clown, and I mean that. And I'm telling you, when I saw this photo, it reminds me, because again, we have a lot of conversations on like in the chat. We talk to each other. And like, when I tell you that whatever, we all go through life things. And like, sometimes we get into this situation where we kind of forget who we are. We need somebody to remind us. So I always love the privilege and the honor to always remind him that, hey, your shit is so fucking dope. You're the reason why I'm doing this. You're the reason why I'm taking photos. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, you don't want to meet your heroes, but you want to meet your heroes. And I'm honored to, and again, the Green Ranger is his guy. That's his guy. That's his shit.
Hell yeah.
And this is where he excels in everything, but this is where he like shows you, like, I'm Zombie Clown. This is why. And I'll tell you, he's phenomenal. I love this photo. Again, beautiful portrait photo. It was actually featured on the Mesco thing. This photo right here was featured on the Mesco fan feature for the Green Rangers. This one was featured, so it's on their website right now. And again, it goes to show you that sometimes we go through hurdles in life where we kind of like forget how fun things are, but then little things remind us, and little things like that, like features like that, remind us of how great we are. Because again, Zombie is fucking Alex is the man. Like he's the fucking again, my favorite toy photographer. I say that boldly. He is my guy. That like I get inspired by everything he does. You know what I'm saying? And again, a lot of my.
Who's your second favorite?
I mean, I don't. Why are you putting me? Why are you putting me on? Listen, we're not gonna go there. We're not gonna go there.
Oh shit!
Well, this has been unworthy. I'm signing off, everybody.
You put me on blast. I'm gonna sleep on the couch tonight, guys. But again, Alex, if you're watching this or you're in the chat, dude, listen. There's nothing I can tell you that I haven't already told you. Again, a lot of my inspiration comes from Zombie Clown. I've gotten a lot of inspiration from a lot of people, but again, and also too, being he was a host on Toy Talk, and I remember when I started on Toy Talk, like he kind of took a break from Toy Talk, so I kind of felt, and I always told him, like when I started Toy Talk, I was like, I'm always gonna carry your spirit in this show. So it's like you're part of the show, and I'm always gonna carry who you are on the show, because when I used to watch Toy Talk, it was you and the other guys. I used to always watch. So I still do that, and I still hold that. And again, phenomenal photographer. I don't know what else can you say about it. And Green Geek says his wallpaper. That's my wallpaper. I don't blame you, dude. It's a fucking dope photo. It's a fucking dope photo. Now, I don't think he commented. I don't think he saw it, but hopefully if he sees it, he sees that I'm like being a groupie here.
You're fanboying?
I'm fanboying. It's my guy. You know what I'm saying? That's my guy. So it's like, I'm honored, very honored to.
And all jokes aside, I also am a big fan of his. I'm just trying to break
man.
Here. I'm not taking nothing away from his Zombie Clown. I know you're an OG in the game, so.
Yeah, he's he's so good, man. He's so like such an awesome person. Like there's times where he like reach out, hey man, how's your day going? And it's like that's what I'm saying. That's what I love about him too, because he's so humble. Like he doesn't walk around with a stick up his ass. Like he's willing to like, hey, reach out to you and say, hey, I'm just checking in on you and see how you're doing. How's your day going? And then we'll talk about stuff. We'll talk about life. But again, any opportunity that I get to tell him that he's fucking awesome, I'll do it. And I hope I did you justice tonight, like I always do. So if you're not following Zombie Clown, go follow him, because his shots are freaking fun. Especially those crow shots that he did. Those shots are dope as shit. So go give him a follow. He's fucking awesome.
Oh yeah.
All right, who we got? Next. Now this one's pretty dope. I love this one. Hostin Hicks.
Oh my God. Hicks. Where have you learned to read?
Houston Hicks. I can't see. It's a little blurry, and my fucking webcam is acting up. So yeah, phenomenal shot. Like I love to see, like honestly, like I have this minor figure, and I'm so happy NECA's making an altar. Hey!
God damn it, I was worried about you.
I got
we were
all your messages.
Yeah, family's here.
I tried calling you like 3 times or 2 or 3 times while we were on.
Yeah, right.
So hold on a second. Let me take a second to introduce. He is the one and only. He is the Clintastic. He is the fantastic, the showstopper, the panty dropper. Clintastic 4.
Our boy. All right, welcome, buddy. Nice to have you on, man. So yeah, Houston Hicks. Dope shot, man. Like I love, like again, I'm happy that NECA's making like the Ultimate Minor from My Bloody Valentine, and his shots are dope. Again, another horror toy photographer who does phenomenal work. I love the atmosphere, the light coming from the window, the light on the helmet. It's just a dope. Like again, it looks so real, and I love this shot, and I love everything about it. So when I saw it, like instantly, I was like, "Yo, this shit looks so real." But then I remember I was like, "Oh, okay." So you have to really, really like look at it to see like, oh, that's the retro cloth minor from NECA. So again, I love everything about it. I love the lighting, the atmosphere, the diorama he's used, and it's just again, it's a simple shot that packs a punch, right? Yeah. He didn't have to add too much extra shit. It's just perfect. It's a beautiful, beautiful photo. Like I wouldn't change anything about this. And again, he does great work. Like if you look at all his photos, his work is phenomenal. So I don't see anything that he posts. Like he didn't put a comment, but if you're watching this, or if you're watching the replay, or you get an opportunity, dude, keep doing what you're doing, dude. Like I gain a lot of inspiration from a lot of horror toy photographers. Sometimes when I can't think of anything, I look to you guys and see what inspiration I get. And this is another great photo. And I love that you use the minor because I don't see a lot of people using that figure a lot. Like I've used them a couple of times, but I haven't seen a lot of people use that. Hopefully, maybe the ultimate one, but not the retro claw. So again, awesome job. It's just beautiful. It's a beautiful shot. So what do you guys think?
I really like the headlamp look, the light on the headlamp, and how it kind of takes away from the rest of like the mask. But I mean it pulls you right into believing what you're seeing because if somebody turns and they've got a headlamp on, Clint actually tells me this all the time with certain effects that I do. I'm like, I have the effects too low, not bright enough. He's like, that needs to be the brightest thing. And this is a great example. Like that headlamp should be one of the brightest things in this shot. Because if somebody's got a headlamp on and they look directly at you, you're not going to be able to see exactly what the rest of them, like the rest of them. So this is beautifully done.
Yeah.
Amazing lighting and everything to this shot.
Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah, the atmosphere is everything in the shot. Just not overdone, not underdone, just perfect in terms of lighting balance.
Yeah, it's great. And if you heard that from Clintastic, you know you nailed it. Yes. Clintastic is the band when it comes to
Clintastic says you did a good job. You go ahead and throw your shoulder out of socket and pat yourself on the back. Like, forget any feature websites. If Clint says you did good, then fucking you did good.
Forget NECA featuring you. If Clint said he likes it, it's
you got Clint's stamp. That's all you need.
You make it sound like I never have anything nice to say.
No,
that is not it. You're a very valued member of this community, and you're one of the smartest people in this community. So when you give the stamp of approval, that's all we're trying to say.
And you're honest about things. You don't baby us. You don't sugarcoat us. When we fuck up and there's something in our shot that's off, you'll say, hey, maybe you should do this different. And we take that into consideration, and it always works out. So we respect your knowledge, sir.
I don't post anything without sending it to Clint first and be like, is this good?
I know.
All right.
I'm not lying. I'm not lying.
You're not.
All right.
Great job, Houston.
Yeah.
Great
yes.
job.
Awesome. Go give him a follow. He's dope. All right. I believe this is my last photo. So JShot _820. So this is my second one. I believe this is my last one. Another personal one that I love very much. First of all, I love that it's The Last Ronin. Spoilers if you haven't watched, and he's holding baby Mikey. I love this. I love this photo. I love the sentiment about it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he's hugging himself because he knows what he's been through. So I was like studying. So he's like hugging himself because he knows everything he's going through now as the last Ronin, and he kind of remembers himself as a younger. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's funny because I've asked questions like if you could, and that's a great question to ask. Like, if you could go back and give your younger self something, what would it be? And I always said I would always give my younger self a hug because I didn't get a lot of those. So this is a phenomenal shot. Phenomenal shot. Another reason why I picked this shot is because there was a period of time in my life where I was going through a lot of a big stress. And one thing about JShot that I will say about JShot always kept up with like making sure that I was good. And not to say that nobody else didn't, because you guys always, but like for
That's
somebody,
cool. Whatever. No, fine. Whatever.
You slipped it today, bro.
I'm in a doghouse today. I'm in a doghouse today. No, but like
it's fine.
Other than my norm, right? Other than my norm, can I say that? Other than my norm, JShot is one of those people that, you know, I remember, you know, we were talking. He was like, "Hey, man, is everything all right?" And then like I started venting to him and telling him stuff, and like constantly every day was something. Like it was like, "Hey, just checking in on you. Hey, want to cheer you up." All this and that, always giving me advice, and always wanted to be there regardless. That's what I'm saying. Out of my norm of what I'm used to and what I know and the people that I expect, he's one of those people that I thought would be like a distance relationship, where it became now like he's like a really good friend of mine. Like and like I think the last conversation that I said to him, he was like, "Is there anything you could do?" I was like, "Keep doing what you're doing, man, because sometimes I need that." And vice versa, I could do it the same. And again, like I had to showcase this photo because in a way, as cheesy as it sounds. Like I feel like I'm that baby Michael and he's the Ronin, and he's like hugging me, letting me know everything's all right. So it's cheesy as hell, but it's a beautiful photo. And like again, I wanted to showcase it. Right. So I wanted to showcase it because he's awesome. Him and Machu, they have a show. As a matter of fact, it's on right now, Between Two Sentinels. Go check them out. They're awesome. Go like,
Just
subscribe.
don't check them out right now. Wait until we're done.
Wait till we're done. But like,
theirs was earlier in the night, not.
I believe it's at 8:30, 8:45 ish, something like that. Like, yeah. So yeah, also again, he's a big Turtles fan, great guy, funny guy, amazing person. And like again, I just love this photo because again, I love how he just put the last Ronin and the baby Mikey together, and it kind of just like it'll kind of just give you that storytelling. And is another thing that I love about toy photographers. They put story into their photos, and I love that. So again, it's a another simple shot that packs a punch that tells a story. So phenomenal job, J Shot. And he had said, "Thank you so much, guys. Hey, thank you for being the person you are. Thank you for always being supportive. Also, too, thank you for being such a freaking amazing person. Like not just to me, to everyone, anybody that's ever gotten in contact with J Shot or even spoken to J Shot, it's always a fun conversation. And he's a father. He's a great." I had the privilege of seeing him with his kids. He's a great dad, and he's just awesome guy all around. So again, congratulations on the feature. I wanted to feature your photo and, give you a little shout out because again, you've been there when I needed you've been there when I needed besides my Norm Unworthy, you've been there when I needed somebody to be there. You've always been there. And you're still there. And I appreciate you for that. So, I wanted to shoot that out there. So I think that's my last one, guys. Enough of the mushy shit.
No, you got a good point. Like I did not. That's not what the story that I saw when I first looked at that.
So what story did you see?
I guess I didn't really see too much of a story at first, but the way that you pointed it out, going back in time and telling yourself, "Hey, things are going to suck for a little bit, but you're going to be all right." Like,
give yourself a hug, right? Yeah.
If I could go back in time and tell myself anything, I wouldn't. I would just be like, no, it's going to suck for a little while, but he's going to get through it.
Don't buy no dick toys, please.
It's going to suck for a while, but that guy is going to have a dick collection that makes people jealous.
Oh, my goodness. All right. This is all right. Oh, snap. This is dope. All right. Whose photo is this?
Oh, this is mine.
There you go.
All right, so first up for me, we have Imperial.ed, and we have this classic shot of the Excalibur team minus one member that Hasbro hasn't given us yet, which is Phoenix. But just overall, a classy looking shot, the perfect golden lighting, and then blending of the effects. Just a classic team shot.
Yeah, this is perfectly executed.
And in line with all the same quality of all of the Imperial Edge shots. Just fantastic work all around, and definitely worth a follow.
I love how he kind of scaled them out to like shortest to like the tallest. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The lighting looks really good too.
That perspective look, it's they're in a line, but the height perspective definitely very well done.
Yeah.
And adding the glow, the glow, he's got the Phoenix flying behind him, and adding that glowing light to the back, where it would be lighting them up if that Phoenix was actually flying there. That is a very hard thing to pull out. I actually just had a conversation with Clint about this yesterday, as a matter of fact, about how you light up somebody because something's behind them. This is perfectly executed. I should have asked Imperial Ed instead of Clint.
Okay.
It kind of reminds me of the end scene to the Justice League movie when they were all together at the end battle, and they're all like, kind of gives me those vibes. I mean, I'm not a big X-Men Marvel fan, but like it kind of just gives me those things, like with just the atmosphere and just like the background and stuff. But it's really nice. I like it.
Okay. All right.
Oh, the days.
Okay, so next up we have Chew. How do you say his username?
We talked about this a couple weeks ago. I think
is
it's
it
Shoot
Shoot?
Me 91.
Shoot.
That
Because I
makes
was
sense.
saying shoot. I was saying shoot my the whole time. And then Danny said shoot me. And I was like, oh my God, that sounds right. That's probably what it's supposed to be.
Okay.
It looks like Deadpool shoot him just a few minutes ago.
Right in the
Right in the shoot.
Right in the comrades.
There you go. This is
So
dope, man.
yeah, we have this hilarious shot from Shoot Me 91. Just yeah.
Very well done.
Deadpool punching Colossus. What can in the balls? How? What more do you want? It's hilarious, well lit, and just perfectly executed.
I love the impact, the impact waves.
Right.
It's like boing.
It's a very percussion drum type sound wave thing going on here. And the look on Deadpool's face, like, oh,
He put so much. He really put this muscle into that too. Like
I mean, look, he's got his foot up. He's got his foot up in the background there. He was giving it everything he got. He's putting his shoulder into it.
Yeah, right. This was a scene from the movie, though. Remember when he punched his and then his like wrist broke, and he was like his whole wrist was like this the whole time.
Really, I was thinking he's going for. I was thinking he was going more for like the Mortal Kombat scene where Johnny Cage does the split and punches Goro in the cock, and he's "Ow, son of a bitch!" Because it looks like he's doing the split.
Yeah. You know what? You're probably right. He probably was doing the Johnny Cage ball punch. I used to scrub when I used to play that game. That was like my infamous move. It was either the bicycle kick or the Johnny Cage thing. Like every time I used to scrub so much. Man, this is it's a fun shot. Another fun shot. It's creative. Now I wonder if he did get inspiration from the Mortal Kombat. Now I wonder.
Hey, listen, I can tell you one thing. I've had the pleasure of chatting with Shoot Me, and he's a fucking hell of a nice guy, talented guy, and like he's got some great insight when it comes to. I've done a couple collabs with him now, and like he's got pretty good insight, like as far as how you draw your inspiration and like translate that into your shot. So you could ask him. I'm sure you could.
And all the shots are phenomenal.
He's tired of hearing you talk about how much you love everybody else. You don't have that.
This is a perfect example of what's gonna happen. When me and a worthy meet each other for the first time, he's gonna punch me in the nuts. Like, I'm not your favorite. But dope shot though. Like it's so fun. Like again, another person, having fun with their photography and I agree on whether he's fucking dope. He's an awesome guy.
Yeah,
exactly. And they did leave a comment, so I'll go ahead and read that. They say, "Heyo, thank you so much for the feature. I use my Nikon D3000 to shoot. My favorite toy line at the moment is SH Figure Arts or Fakes.
Oh yeah, man.
And just great job, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome job, dude.
And the Bangarang song for that, it's the Bangarang song is what, how you can add music to your photos. That's probably what the noise his wrist made as he impacted Colossus's giant metal dick. It was like,
well, that's also kind of our theme song, dude.
Yeah, sort of, because we're a bunch of big metal dicks.
No, Bangarang because it says "Stay Rowdy."
Stay rowdy. Oh
yeah, that's like one of its few lyrics.
I love it.
Okay, anyways.
Awesome shot, dude.
Great shot, man. All right.
Oh, damn.
Next up, we have Destruct Weapon X with this badass, I think it's Mofex cable. And
it looks like it.
And it's just that perfect like combination of Terminator style shot mixed with X-Men, which is perfect for this character. So, and it's this same high quality you're always going to see from Destruct Weapon X, just clean, high quality, perfect lighting.
Mm-hmm.
No
Yeah, that lighting's on top tier. That is nice.
Yeah.
Colors he used for it too.
Now that it kind of looks like, I might be wrong, but it kind of looks like the Mesco
Yeah,
to me.
you
Kind of
that
looks
is
like the
correct.
Okay. Yeah. But yeah, I agree. The lighting is phenomenal. The background looks great. It blends really well with the lighting in the background. Blends really, really well where
Mhm.
it doesn't. And then yeah, I love how he still kind of has the lighting hitting the the robotic arm, so you can
Yeah.
kind of still, it doesn't take away. You kind of still see the form of the arm, so it's dope.
Oh yeah.
Awesome job, man.
Very well.
All right.
Awesome job, sir.
This bitch.
Who's this guy? Yo.
So
next photo.
I mean,
That's great.
I guess it's an okay photo. I mean, it's not like they just didn't do like superb, sinister lighting.
Yeah.
It's not like they did like. It's not like you're seeing amazing like framing and just yeah. I mean, this guy's all right. I'm not sure about this guy just yet, but I'm kidding. But I'll keep it short since this guy doesn't like being complimented. So, this is a superb shot. I got to see you slowly getting this shot put together, like, and just you nailed it, dude. Just perfectly captured the atmosphere and feel of what you're going for. And of that particular scene, just perfection, dude. I'll keep it at that.
I really appreciate that. Yeah, Clint, actually you saw this from start to finish. Like, I had taken pictures as I was setting it up and was sending it in the chat. And then I think the next day I sent you guys a couple pictures. I was like, this is all garbage. I can't use any of this. Like, this is all pissing me off. I didn't have a crowbar. And then like I went and bought a red hood that comes with a crowbar. I was like, I'm going to reset the whole thing up. And I was like, I just don't have time to reset the whole thing. So,
I love, one of the things that I love about this photo, and I think I mentioned this to you, is that I love how you don't show, like, I know that's the vampire, right? Joker, right?
Yeah.
I love how you don't show. It's kind of like a comic cover, right? You don't show the actual face, so you don't know what version of Joker that is. And I love how you kind of just see a little bit of the grin coming out, but like just that whole like like I was telling you, it's just so cinematic. Like it's like that famous scene with Jason Todd, and he's just about to beat the brakes out of him. And then even the lighting in the back, like I know you were telling me these were like what kind of lights were these? Where these were like
they're like little shop lights. They're magnetic shop lights. I use them all the time at work for like they're magnetic. So if I'm working on drains, I stick them to the fucking counter. But they look like those industrial work lights.
And they look great because it had you not said that, like they kind of look like like those are like truck, like the truck bays that it's coming up and the lights coming in a little bit. It's like if you kind of look at it, it looks like it's still day out. It's like the light is out, so that the bay doors are coming up or they're like slightly open. So I love the whole warehouse feel to it. It's great. And again, it's had you add like, if you added like a cover, like a Batman cover, like a logo or something like that, it could be a comic cover, right? Like that's how great it looks. Like it's phenomenal. It's cinematic. The lighting is perfect. Everything is clean. It's crisp. And again, it's you've been killing it with the McFarlane shots, dude. Like,
and you never miss out on your details, man. For real.
No,
your
not
lighting
at
is
all.
always fucking clean.
I appreciate that. This was I didn't answer because I knew I would be on the show, and I could say, I shot this on my Canon McFarlane figures. Thank you, Blitz, again for inspiring me to continue to buy McFarlane's. And actually, thank you, Blitz, for this diorama, because that's the diorama is from Blitz. Yeah, I was just going for the death in the family. This did have there was a lot of shots. I took probably like 30 shots of this whole setup, and I had many different iterations. Like, this is going to be one thing, and then it was going to be a comic book, and then it was going to be another thing, and then I just went with this. This is my favorite shot.
That's dope, man.
I very much appreciate your guys' kind words.
You're welcome.
I guess.
Now get me off the screen.
Perfect example what a man does with a dick.
And here's another thing. No.
There you go. I'm just gonna piss you off.
Oh man, awesome job. There's another cool.
All right, from Alpha Tango 1990, we have this cool looking shot of Bonebreaker from X-Men, and it's a great shot. The lighting, and the smoke effects, just perfect, and on par with all of Alpha Tango shots. Just another more great work all around.
Yeah.
And he says in the comments, "Thank you so much, guys, and thank you for the shot, Alpha Tango."
Yeah.
Awesome
Alpha
job.
Tango is one of my favorite toy photographers. I'm not gonna say he's my number one because I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. I'm not like Danny, but Alpha Tango is one of my most favorite.
And we know where you live.
Oh my goodness. Oh man. Yeah, I love the shot, man. I you know what? Alpha Tango does these he has this certain style that I like about him where he like uses a lot of like that smoke, like I don't know if the aerosol, but he does a lot of the smoke effects. And like an Alpha Tango shot when you see it, when you see the smoke, and then it's perfectly lit where you could it doesn't like the smoke doesn't take away too much from the photo. So awesome job, dude. Like I love his work too. He's great.
I think that's Sergeant Slaughter's grenade launcher, by the way. Sorry, plastic.
Really?
Wait.
Oh, nice.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's from I think that's from one of the Valaverse Sergeant Slaughter variants. Sleeveless.
Nice. Up next, we have Tyrannus Figs 1120 with this sinister shot of Etrigan from McFarlane, I think. It's just, he did a perfect job of capturing that hellscape field, just with the subtle like flame sparks in the background, and then just the warm lighting all around, capturing that flame effect. Just perfect for this character. And let's see, they actually answered in the comments. So they say, "Thanks for the feature. Here I had a pretty basic setup using black foam core background and a couple of small LED lights to give some red flare to Etrigan. Then edited in PixArt, adding blurred flames and sparks, and with screen blend. This is a stretch out of my norm. My go-to is Gundam or Star Wars vintage figs.
Okay.
They're very versatile and articulate, and often enough I can work them into crossovers with other genres."
That's awesome, man.
Yeah,
That's a good shot, man.
I love how he mentioned that he's not out of his norm. Again, going back to like taking the skills that you're so used to and the stuff, and even just thinking outside the box. And again, because had he not mentioned that he was into Gundam and stuff like that, I would think he was like, this was his thing. Like he McFarlane's again, because he did such a phenomenal job. Like I love the red lighting, the orange lighting with the flames, like he's in hell, and it's perfect. It's a perfect shot. So like that's awesome that he stepped out of his comfort zone, what he's used to, and took an amazing photo, because that's what he did. He did great. So awesome job, man.
Yeah, you definitely get the feeling that Etrigan's about to like spit some fucking vicious rhyming insult, like
spit a 16.
Here I am, shoulders and head. You motherfuckers about to be dead. Like paraphrasing, of course, but you know.
Of course.
Oh man, it's dope, man.
That's sick, man.
Fantastic.
All right, so this was my first shot. This one comes from memeban_survivor. And what really drew me to this picture, man, is the whole old school look theme to it, man. You know, you see a lot of people that take like the black and white shots, but he actually stepped it up to a next level with making it look that kind of realistic old school vibe to it, man. And the figures that he used for it, man, he used I believe it's something with the Star Wars series and stuff as well too. So it's kind of neat that he kind of used those figures, because you wouldn't see those kind of figures play well with this. It's an awesome shot, man.
Yeah, it's very wartimey letters from the battlefront sent home to your loved ones. You know, it's like Polaroid. Dude, this is beautiful.
This is the photo you see at your grandfather's house. Like if he was like a war veteran or anybody. It's like if you ever worked in the VA, you see these photos on the coffee table or like on the nightstand. These are the photos you see. And like he captured that old school old school feel to it, like with the effect to make it look like it's like a old photo. So like it's phenomenal. It's different. It's a different type of photo. Like you mentioned, the black and white. Like this is different. It takes black and white, but it gives it more of like the Asian, like it's old. It's back in the day. You know what I'm saying? So awesome job, man.
I think a homie said and wrote down something. He put thank you for choosing one of my picks. I used a Fuji X-T3 camera for this shot, and then Snapseed app to add the vintage effects. I primarily shoot Star Wars Black Series, and I just got the Rebel Commandos. I practically like the feel and look to old war photos and try to reproduce using the no-name troops, the grunts from Star Wars. Thanks again. Oh hell no, man! Thank you for the shot, man. It's an awesome banger, dude.
A very unique shot. Very unique shot. Awesome.
This is literally something I feel like I would see on the wall at the VA and not even realize that it's action figures. I'd be like, oh man, from the fucking front lines, you know?
Yeah, you captured it well, man.
Fantastic.
So we got 8 more days, partners. So this one comes from articulated_plastic. And man, when I seen this shot, bro, it was just like, it got me all excited with fucking Ahsoka, man. Just the way he has the lightsabers lighting, the posing, the whole set, the scenery, the characters in the back. It's just a phenomenal shot, man, altogether. And what I like about it too is like her cloth. It's just like it's flowing in the wind. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like you could have told me this was just a screenshot from the trailer and I would believe you.
Yeah.
That's how well done this is.
It's so dope, man. Like I love the setup for it, man, because it makes you like you said, like it makes you think like it's like actually like something from the show or a game or something. Like it's so good. And like it does, and you know, sometimes we like add too much things in the background that kind of take away from the photo. Not in this photo. Everything blends so well. It looks so good. Like it's blurred in the back, but it's not too blurred where you can still see what's in the background, but like it still focuses. And that pose with the little poncho or whatever is just floating, man. It looks fucking phenomenal.
She just whipped them bitches out. She was like, "Pow!" The cloaks flying.
Yeah,
perfect. I thought this was a hot toy. I would have thought this was a hot toy because of the cloak, I guess. But like, you could tell with the legs, you could tell it's a Black Series. But
and I don't think she does come with that cloak, huh? With the from the
no, I think that's probably an add-on.
See, that's dope. That is fucking awesome.
Believe it or not, this is like one of like besides Darth Vader, this is the one. This is the only. Besides Darth Vader's the only Black Series figures I own.
Yeah. Are you saying? Are you saying dark? Are you saying Dark Vader?
I said Darth Vader. Darth.
Okay, it sounds like you're saying dark, like DARK.
Yeah, I know I sound like I have
You're
syrup
not
in my
allowed to
mouth.
talk about any more Star Wars shots. if that's the case.
I shouldn't be talking about Star Wars at all because I'm not a Star Wars fan, but I do own this figure and I do own the Darth Vader.
Oh.
And this shot is top notch.
Perfect.
This is like a next level type shit. This is dope as shit.
Yeah, it's phenomenal, man. So our buddy went ahead and put down. He says, "Thanks so much, Pig Bar. I shoot with the Canon Rebel. Is it a SL3 with the 1855 millimeter lens, and occasionally with the 50 millimeter lens. My current favorite line to shoot is tied between Black Series Star Wars and NECA Predator and Aliens. Oh shit, sick, man. Man, this is an execute, and this is a phenomenal shot, brother. You nailed it with pose and everything, man. You got me more excited for the damn show already.
Captured the motion. I love
Yeah.
it when the figure photography matches the motion. You know, and maybe I'm a derelict with it. I have a few with cloth capes, and it's like the capes are never going the right way. So like the cloth goods matches the motion that you're pulling off here. It just drives it right home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
All right, so this is my third choice. This one comes from Ghostface Gibbs, and yeah, man, what made me laugh too is with the whole face with Bill, man.
Fucking Bill,
and it's
man,
a well
always.
executed, put together, man. And Bill never catches a break. He never catches a break.
He's caught a break from me. I haven't taken a photo with Bill in so long. It's been so long since I took a photo with that figure. But it's always so good to see like people like use that character still. Like it's arguably one of the favorites from the Marvel Legends series, right? Like here's a figure where you couldn't really like you can't say that's not a figure you like. That figure is used more than like your favorite character.
Yeah.
I would say he's the Kenny of the toy pick community.
Oh my God, they killed Kenny! You bastards!
Oh shit, you couldn't say it any better, man. That's true.
Yeah,
it's right. You're absolutely right. Like he's like the stunt man who's willing to take all the falls, all the bumps. Yeah, he's in everybody's shot, and everybody's photo has either been funny as hell, gruesome as hell, or just fucking dope. Like every photo.
Yeah.
And what I like about
actually started feeling.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're good. You're good.
Oh, no,
I started feeling bad for Bill. I took that Bill head sculpt off and started putting. I got like a couple different Power Rangers civilian head sculpts that I stick on there. Like I feel bad for how much I kill Bill, so like I gotta switch it up.
No pun intended.
I will say in my last shot with Bill, I didn't kill him. I just ruined his date. So.
Oh, there you go.
But he still lived.
Now, this Ghostface is the retro cloth Ghostface because that mask looks so much different than the Ultimate one. Now, I love that they used black and white because, again, I'm a sucker for black and white shots. But I love that they use black and white because it captures the mask so much more. And it's a great photo. Like, I love, again, it's Bill. Like, Ghostface is great, but Bill makes the photo so much. Like, any. And for all those who don't know who Bill is, the Hood, we named him Bill. We all named him Bill. That's his name. It's always been his name. That's who he's gonna stick with. So shout out to the real Bill, by the way. Shout out to real Bill. But like, yeah, it's a dope shot. And like again, that Hood figure, it just makes the shot. Like it gives you that expression on his face. It's like, oh fuck!
It's a face of desperation in this scene.
Yeah, it's fantastic. So awesome job, man. Like I love it.
Yeah, man. So brother Ghostface put he says thank you for the feature. So
hey dude, man, thank you for having Bill get killed in another photo. Thank you, man. Because we love to see it. And again, awesome shot, dude. Phenomenal shot. Like Scream is dope. Like Ghostface is dope. I don't know if you guys seen the new Ghostface that takes Manhattan Ultimate. I want that shit so bad. Like it looks so great.
Ghostface takes Manhattan.
Yeah,
they call it Ghostface takes Manhattan. It's an Ultimate figure and it comes with a bunch of head sculpt. I think they're magnetic if I'm not mistaken, the face. It's not a head sculpt. It's like magnets. They're like a bunch. There's a bloody one. There's a pride colored one. There's a the Scream 6 one, and then there's the
Yeah.
I think that's it, right? Or the regular
I've
version.
seen that.
And it comes with a bunch of stuff. It's dope. It's dope as hell. The box art is phenomenal.
Yeah, it looks sick.
So, but awesome job, Ghostface.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, awesome job. What else? What do we got?
So you got to know how to put pull a Spidey in this one. And dude, when I saw this, man, it fucking blew my mind because he also has a behind the scenes to how he actually took the shot, and it's just badass. The whole rain effect is what caught me towards this shot, man.
AB, what was you saw the behind the scenes? What was behind? Because I need to know. I can't see the behind. What was behind the scenes?
So he has the figure all posed up in as well too, and then I guess he put, I don't know if he changed the shutter speed to it, and I guess he used a spray bottle to shoot it out the water real quick, and then he just took the shot, and it just came out crystal clear, man. And that's something
Let me
I
tell
really
you.
had to. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say. Let me tell you. This looks like a video game. Still.
It does.
Like I thought it was. It looks like a fuck. Like it looks like a. It's so good. It's so well. Like the light in the back, the moon, and then the water, and then the guard. It's just so. It's a beautiful shot.
And like, this is something you couldn't really achieve in, like, Photoshop or anything. Just the way that the water's catching that light and just phenomenal.
Adds that depth to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's apps you like the lens distortion app where like you can add rain effect and stuff like that, but it doesn't. It looks good, but it doesn't ever look like this. This is
I don't know.
Just,
I'm like looking up his account right now because I want to see the actual like behind the scenes. Like
he has a bunch of great
so,
shots.
It's so good though. Like oh my, like it's a beautiful photo. Like I wouldn't be able to fucking do anything like this. Like I'd probably have water all over the fucking place.
I figured it'd be drenched. How many times I'd be like,
like dude, I'd be so frustrated. But
that's
like,
why you just cover the floor in towels and just do it.
You know, before I tried out that lens distortion app, I tried something similar to this with my phone before I had my camera, and like you can't adjust the shutter speed on your phone. At least my phone, I can't. I got an old phone, and like actually, I think I remember Clint. You may remember. I'm like me messaging you like, "How do they do this?" And you're like, "You're gonna have to use an app. You can't do that with a phone."
Yeah,
dude, he has a Batman one. He has a Batman photo. I'm sorry. He has a Batman photo here. That is as good. It's as good as this one. It's so good, man. Like I don't know if you guys could see it. You
I do love a
ring.
Look
you could kind of fuck, man. That shit looks so good, man.
Y'all not following him? I definitely go check my brother out.
My man has this whole Scream 6 scene where like fucking what the fuck. So good, man.
Brain plastic poses, man. He gets off, dude. You're an awesome. You got some talent, brother.
Did you see this one?
I'm following. I just started following. Well, I'm following
like
everybody.
Ghostface, he's got the little
demons with him. Yeah,
the demons behind. Ooh, man.
Yeah, he's phenomenal work, man.
He's under 1,000 too, so he's very
right.
Yeah, and it's we need to get him past that.
Yeah.
Okay, I found my favorite shot.
Everyone watching, y'all have homework.
It's the nun the nun underwater, like coming up. Oh, this thing is beautiful. Awesome job. Yeah, I definitely listen. We're following everybody that we're featuring.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely. So I'm glad I ran into this account because this account is phenomenal. Great job. Wow.
Man, phenomenal work, brother, man. This is awesome. I think he put on, he said, thank you so much. Oh man, thank you, man. Damn.
Yeah, thank you.
Spaghetti shot, man.
Looking forward to some more awesome work because your water effects, you got it down packed.
Water
that's already a good. Yep.
Yeah.
Gets me wet.
I believe this is my last shot, and this one comes from Ranger _ Enzo, and
Okay.
he's a phenomenal dude, man. I got the privilege to talk to him for a little bit, and
Okay.
awesome, man. All of his shots are Ranger, pretty much Power Rangers, and the way that he put this together, the angles, the effects, the lighting coming from Emperor Zurg, it's just awesome, man. The colors are popping on it. I love how he
Oh
used
my
the
god, that's Zurg. Oh my
yeah,
god.
it's Zurg, bro.
Sorry.
No, it is.
Unworthy just got wet.
That's
Oh, man.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love the
Yeah,
whole things, the details in that stuff. He did not skip it, man. With the colors on the Ranger's chest. I mean, the eyes coming from Zurg, from his blaster, the little emblem, like the little debris coming from the bottom of the, I believe it's his board that he's on.
Yeah.
It's just top
It's
tier, man.
dope.
This is awesome.
Yeah.
And this is also a newer account that's it's actually coming up. So if you guys ain't following, please still give show
Oh
some
my
love to him,
god.
man.
Holy yeah. Very new account. That's a crime. Get him up there too. Bump
Em-
this up.
My question is, Emperor Zurg, did he come through like a portal and it was like, I'm gonna fuck all these Power Rangers up right now?
No,
Fuck Buzz Lightyear.
no. Rita used her powers and made an actual Zurg toy grow.
Oh yeah, you go.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
I love it, man. It's
He knows
awesome.
what's
Fun,
up.
fun shot, man. And I again just
Absolutely.
using different figures to like tell a story. Beautiful shot.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
So our buddy put down, he put thank you guys so much. He's like, I pretty much used my iPhone 11 with a small LED panel. He's like, I made a homemade light reflector out of aluminum foil and a box. Oh, that's what's up. It's not about what you have, but how you use it to edit. I
Absolutely.
use Photoshop
My
on
wife
my phone
tells me that
and
all the time.
PixArt on my phone as well. Oh shit.
What does your wife tell you,
were having
Unworthy?
a sincere
Oh, what'd you say?
moment there.
It's not what you have, it's how you use it.
Anyway,
Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt.
But he's like, I
right.
use Photoshop on my phone and PixArt on my phone as well. He said, once again, thank you guys so much. Hey, bro, thank you so much. And thank you, brother. You keep on
Dope,
shooting these
man.
Ranger shots, man, with you and your son, man.
Yeah,
this is awesome.
killer.
Oh, with his son,
I
he does it
couldn't-
with his son.
Well, his son's
All
2,
right.
and he's barely getting him into his like a whole Power Ranger collection. So you already got him a couple of figures.
All right,
But he-
there you go. That's awesome, man.
When I had seen this earlier, I didn't realize that it was Zurg. And now that it's like full screen on my laptop instead of my phone, I'm like, oh my god, I started geeking out. My bad.
Well, Unworthy, going back to where you were saying, your wife tells you that. My wife used to tell me, at least you tried.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I
Great
want to
shot,
point out on this shot too is the way that he's got the chest emblems lit up too. That's a nice touch.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Very great attention to detail. Oh.
Yeah, so this is my first shot here. This is Sunny RVD coming in with this beautiful fucking flash shot this is the new McFarlane flash from the Flashpoint Build-A-Figure wave. Very well done. The background is on point. You know, you could tell Barry just run in here. And you could tell he's cocked his head up and you can hear somebody, you can almost hear it. If you listen close, you hear somebody's in his earpiece saying, run, Barry, run. It's a beautiful shot. If you didn't watch the show, you didn't get that. If you did watch the show, maybe it's just not that fun. Very well done. The lightning effects coming off of his chest, very well done.
Mm-hmm.
The whole scene is pulled together with the back alley dio here. And then he's got the Flash comic book logo in the front. Very good shot from Sunny RVD.
Yeah, man.
Fantastic.
I always love how people always put like the whole names and stuff like that on those pictures.
Yeah.
It really pops good.
It's such a heroic shot. It's such a heroic shot. Like it's not like your typical running pose or like he's about to take off. Nothing like that. It's just a heroic shot with some lightning balls on the side and then the logo. It's great, man. It's again comic book cover quality like shot. Like it's beautiful.
Yeah. And I think in my head, the first time I saw this, immediately I thought that is a very heroic pose or a triumphant pose. And all I could think in my head was like, he just finished that race against Superman, and obviously he won. That's why he's standing there like that. He's like, drink me in. You know what I mean? Very good shot. And Sonny said, "Thank you for thank you for featuring this picture. I just used my iPhone, extreme sets, and Ulanzi lights, some basic editing. I think for this one, the angle was very important, and that's what I focused on. A little bit of patience, and I got the shot I needed. So yeah, patience is a virtue, and very well done here from Sonny RVD. Go give him a follow.
Great job.
You killed it, Sonny.
Great job. Following you right now. I think I already follow you. I want to make sure. Following everybody I'm is being featured tonight. Ooh.
Damn.
Oh yeah, so here's my second shot, and I read his answer earlier, and it fucking blew my mind. It like blew away all of my preconceived conceptions or notions that I had about this picture. This is the heroic shot here of Century, the new Century, with the flowing hair, beautiful figure. The posing is great because you could tell that he is hovering, he's floating over the city, looking down, assessing something that he's about to do or something he's already done. And the little head tilt down tells the whole story about how the Century is also the void, and so he's either allowing a little bit of that void to come out, or maybe he's doing fighting to keep the void back. So it's kind of like a story that I made up in my mind here, maybe for this figure in this shot. Amazingly well done. And he said, "I really appreciate being featured on this page. Thank you very much. For this photo, I used my Lumix GX80, a wallpaper taken from Google, and 2 Ulanzi multicolor lights. My favorite line to shoot is McFarlane Toys, DC Multiverse and Spawnverse, Marvel Legends, and NECA." And when he said that this was a wallpaper taken from Google, that's what blew my whole mind. I thought this was some sort of diode that he had some smoke effect or some misting effect going on over top of it. So when I read that, and I was like, son of a bitch, this is fucking perfectly done, because using digital backgrounds is tough, especially if you're using only your phone apps. So amazing work from Die Underworld. Sorry, I forgot to mention his name. Die Underworld. I got so caught up in the picture, I forgot. It's Die Underworld, by the way. So definitely check out Die Underworld. He does a lot of awesome fucking shots, and a hell of a nice guy to talk to as well.
Agreed.
I tell you right now, that Century has some fucking hair on him, like Head and Shoulders. That shit is fucking washed, conditioned. That shit is like,
he ain't using no Dollar Tree Maybelline.
Hell no.
Maybelline.
He got that old school Shawn Michaels hair.
Beautiful shot. And like I said, the whole tip into the head, it tells a story in itself. He could have even cropped that in much tighter to just the head, and the way that it's his head's down from his shoulders, it tells the whole story with the void beautifully.
And it's Century too. You it's like Century. Like him posed the way he is right now, you know who Century is.
That's almost the look these guys like, you already know what this is.
It's kind of that look. Like he has that look like, I'm Sentry, but I can never be Superman. But I'm Sentry.
Nah, he's the original. He's better than Superman.
He's not. You said he's not the original. Stop it. He's not the original. We're not gonna go there. He's like, I'm Sentry, but I know who my daddy is. I'm only saying that because I know First Strike. That's one of his favorite characters. So I just want to say that. Shout out to First Strike. That's my boy. This guy.
Yes, and this shot, I can tell you a lot about the feelings I got from this shot without even acknowledging who it was that did this shot. This is pure 90s era X-Men comic nostalgia coming straight at you with the Havoc blast effect, the way that it wraps around the back of the head instead of all being overlaid over the figure. This is perfectly done. I've seen hundreds of Havoc shots with this figure, and they all look pretty good. But then Fantastic Four hits us with this one, and it's just this is masterful. You think about the coloring, and there's not a whole lot of coloring going on here. It's almost a desaturated look because of Havoc's power effect coming off of the chest. Fantastic work. I don't think this prick actually answered anything.
Yeah, this guy's an animal.
And before we let Clint answer, I just want to say, and I'm not going to get mushy here, and I'm not going to try to give you a fucking tuggy under the counter like Danny did with J Shot earlier. One thing that I can say, other than how much I love this shot, is this picture itself kind of encapsulated a lot of the questions that I've asked Clint, like just between the two of us about how you're supposed to do shots.
Wait, you guys have conversations by yourself? Like you guys?
Yes, without you. Thor, can you mute Danny really quick? I'm trying to get serious.
I'll mute myself.
And Clint always is a very helpful human being. He is always down to give advice, give tips, pointers, and he will tell it how it is. If your shot's garbage, he won't feel bad about telling you that it's garbage, but he'll tell you exactly how to make it better. And when I first saw this picture, not only was it just like right in the nostalgia, but also it kind of, like I said, it encapsulated a lot of things that I've asked for help and pointer wise from Clint. So seeing him deliver it in this shot, it was like this guy fucking walks it just as well as he talks it. So I had to pick this one because this is one of my most favorite. I was going to save it for an Unworthy AF episode. I was going to bring this up, but this seemed like a much better place because he'd be here. And just like me, he doesn't really like to receive compliments too much. So Fantastic Four, beautiful shot.
Thank you, bro.
And one thing I will say about Clint is that you in his shots, you know, when somebody has a passion and a love for a certain like character line or genre or stuff like that, it shows in their photos. And like in all his, like when you see his photos, you know he knows his shit. Like he knows his stuff. He knows the characters. He knows the stories and the photos. You know, like he knows these characters so well that when he takes a photo and he edits the photos, like you're gonna get a lot from that character. You're gonna learn so much from that character because he knows so much. Now, going back to giving you tips, Unworthy, if you ever wanted a tip, you know I will always willing to give you one.
I'm sure.
He prefers mine, dude.
Whatever. I guess you want an X-Men tip rather than a horror one. That's fine. Whatever. AB, I guess we could start our own Spanish group or something. Whatever. I don't know.
There we go.
All right, now that Danny's done being jealous, Clint, go ahead and tell us a little bit about this shot.
So this was a really quick last-minute shot from a couple of months ago. Very simple setup. I took apart the McFarlane Batcave and used that as the floor, and it's just an overhead shot, and then just added the power effects. Yeah.
The with the power effect, the way that it goes behind his head on that one ring.
Yeah, man.
It was like that's clutch because I've done a few different power effect type things and I always put it right over the face.
Yeah.
And you always tell me not to do that. And then as soon as I seen this, I was like, so he walks it just like he talks it. He knows what he's fucking doing.
It'd be bad
Beautiful
if I didn't
shot.
know. But setup pretty easy. Just have the lights off to the side and then just overlaid the custom power effects I did there.
Well, I love this shot. It's one of my most favorite shots of the year. And also, I just wanted to feature it because I wanted to have a little chance to be like, Clint, I love you. Thank you for everything.
Thanks,
because I've said this a lot. I'll keep saying it. A lot of the reason that I got into this to begin with, it was because of you and Green Geek, and like you and I, like your relationship with me about how I can ask you for help and all that, and it kind of brought it all home.
You pissed him off. Now he's gone.
He got emotional, so he left. Well, I'm glad he's gone. You know why? Because you're a whore. You said the same things to me. You told
Ass
me that
kisser.
I was your everything. You told me that I was your favorite. You told me that I'm the one that started. You said all that to me, you whore.
Yeah, okay.
Nah, he's great, man. Clint's fantastic,
Man, we love you, Clint, man.
Hit her on
Clint, Clint, we thought for a second that you were getting a little mushy there, so. Thank you, man.
I had a notification come up on my phone.
Thank you for being my friend.
Thank you for being my friend.
Travel down the road and back again. Oh yeah, I know all the words to that song. So.
And this is another great shot. This is from Figure Warning. And this is Batman being very stoic and serious. This is one of those fun shots that you can't help but chuckle at as you're looking at all the details. Booster Gold and Blue Beetle. Blue Beetle's got the little pimp cup chalice, the king's robe on, the crown. And you know that Batman is just pissed right the fuck off on what he just walked in. This hits on so many cylinders on the humor with like Booster Gold even now offering a piece of pizza to Batman, like it's gonna make him not mad. Amazing shot from Figure Warning, and the MIA Paper Planes song goes perfect with it. When I first saw that, I saw this shot and that was planned. I was like, this is perfect. This is fucking perfect. I love everything.
Where do you get that pimp suit, Batman? Where do you get all that stuff from?
The robe and the crown, I think, come from the WWE Harley Race figure. I could be wrong, but that's what it looks like. The King Harley Race accessories. I don't know about the chalice. I love it. It's a perfect little touch. It might have come from like a Lil Jon figure. I don't know.
I love it. I'm about to say Little Batman. I love how Batman is like standing there.
Wait. So would that be Lil Bruce Wayne? Okay.
No, I was saying Batman looks like he wants to like slap the shit out of.
Oh, he's mad as a bastard. He is done fucking around with these two. Perfect shot from and he Figure Warning said, I just use my Samsung. I'm not technically a great photographer, but the hobby has really made me feel creative and I love doing it. And you don't sell yourself short. You are you technically are a great photographer. And but I'm very glad that the hobby is giving you so much joy as well. It shows in something like that.
And honestly, just to also say too, and this is just my opinion, there is no such thing as the great toy. We all do different things. We're all on different levels, and we all are unique in our own way, right? The point is that if you like what you do and you're proud of the work that you're doing, because you're only going to get better, right?
Exactly.
You're proud of the work that you're doing. Shit, be your biggest fan. Be your biggest fan. Be the biggest supporter, because it starts with you. And again, going back to having fun. This is a fun shot. The fact that there's people out there, there's people out there that do this sort of thing and they're like killing themselves trying to figure out, like they let other things take over what the real intention is. And the fact that you're sitting here having a good time, dude, you're already great. That's not a question.
And here's the thing, like camera skills, photography skills, that all that can be taught. Those can improve over time. But you can't teach the creative ideas and inspirations that make the shot. You have to have that or you don't have that. And he definitely has that. Like,
like exactly, with the likes and the follows, the shares, like don't worry too much about it. I know that that's important to some people, and I'm not going to say that you're wrong for thinking that's important. If that's important to you, then hell, it's important to me for you.
Yeah.
But the reason I think that I personally, for myself, the reason that I have as much fun as I do, and I have whatever you want to call the success, people think Danny's me at Toy Cons. A lot of it comes with the fact that I don't really pay too much attention to the likes, the follows, the shares. I love all the support I get, but don't stress yourself out too much. if your primary concern is likes, follows, shares, then you're not having fun. Like you gotta this shot is fun.
What I was like, your intentions are not in the right spot, right?
No.
Because again, there's so much. I look at it this way. There, in all respect to all those who are trying to land like a gig or a deal with a company or whatever it is, I wish you all their success. But my thing is that there are other things in your personal life which should be more of a priority, right? This is just fun, right? This is just always fun because there are other things like I'm not worried about somebody not liking or whatever. I'm not worried about. I mean, does it feel good? Absolutely, it feels great. It feels great for somebody to say, "Hey, I really love your photos. Hey, great job. Oh, I love this photo. You did such a fun." I love that stuff. It's great because it's humbling. But I really love. But there's so many other things in my personal life that are a priority to me than this, right? Like this is just my escape. Like when your escape becomes too much of a job and becomes too much of something that's affecting your emotional or even your mental, then maybe you should do golfing.
Oh, I don't know. Have you ever fucking golfed? That is a frustrating.
I'm a terrible fucking golfer, by the way. Like I literally went golfing one time and I spent the whole time drinking rather than golfing.
I mean, isn't that the entire point of golf, though?
Yeah, you get to drink and drive. What's cooler than that?
Yeah, I only drank. I just stood.
And you can only go like 4 miles an hour. So even if you run somebody over, it's not going to hurt them too bad. Like,
there was a point where I hit the ball. There's a point where I like hit and it went far, and I was like, I'm not gonna go get it. I'm just gonna drink. I'm gonna leave it. I'm just gonna leave it there.
I'll take a 10. I'll take a double bogey. This is no good.
Fuck that ball. But hey, figure warning, dude. Keep doing what you're doing.
Awesome shot. Have fun, dude.
Have fun, man.
Fuck, man.
I love how much fun this shot is. The fact that Booster Gold is trying to hand Batman a piece of pizza. That is like pure Booster Gold.
Did you say pizza?
Piece of pizza.
Pizza.
It sounds piece of pizza.
Okay.
Pizza.
He's trying to hand Batman a pizza. Oh yeah, okay.
I knew this is my last. This is creative as fuck. Like I would have never thought of some shit like this. This is creative. Okay.
And as I've said many times, I am a sucker for the Wizard of Oz. I love the books. I love the movies. I wish they would do some nice articulated figures of the Wizard of Oz because I would stop buying everything else and I'd just buy every single Wizard of Oz figure, every single variant, whatever. And this shot here from Toy Immersion using the King Monkey and with the Movie Maniacs Wicked Witch, this was amazing. I can't even tell you how much I love this shot. Thank you so much, Toy Immersion, for doing this. And I actually, because I have spoke so much about how much I love the Wizard of Oz, I had a bunch of people sending me this, like forwarding this picture to me. Like, did you see this? Did you see this? I was like, yes, I love it. I can't wait for the next fucking pick bar because I am doing that shot on it. Like,
he got wet.
Perfect pick. And the Movie Maniac, obviously, it doesn't have any posing. Like what you see is what you get with that figure. But the way that he's got it posed, kind of slightly turned off, so she's directing her Monkey King to go do his fucking Monkey King business here. It is perfectly
it's creative. Done. It's creative that he used the Monkey King to be one of the flying monkeys. Like I love that he did that. And that it's a great shot. Now, here's a good question. We're the Wizard of Oz. Who would we be? Like, who's the Tin Man? Who's the Scarecrow? Who's the Lion? And who's Dorothy?
I would definitely say you are, Danny. You are the Tin Man because you ain't got no fucking heart. As much as you keep talking about how much you love everybody else.
Oh my god! No, what do you mean? How? That makes no sense. I don't have a heart, but I talk about how much I love people. That means I have a heart.
But not us. Not us.
I'm not
as far as we're concerned, your heart was.
I'm not the Tin Man. But whatever. All right, I'm the Tin Man. So who would AB be?
AB is definitely the lion.
Really?
Not cowardly, but he's just a big, lovable, very dapper. The hair always on point.
Put him up.
He wants to be a fighter, but he's just too much of a goddamn lover. So AB's the lion.
All right.
Oh,
Okay, who are you on, Worthy?
Oh, I'm definitely the scarecrow. I don't got no fucking brain up in this fucking thing up here. You hear the way I talk? There is no processing between here and here. Like, just it comes out here. So, like, I don't think
And
about
if you
what
give
I'm
him,
saying.
if you give him a couple of bush, he starts walking like the fucking scarecrow too. Shit. So that means
and Clint's the wizard.
Oh, I thought he was
Clint's
gonna
the
be
wizard.
Dorothy. I thought he was Dorothy.
No,
no.
I think
Well, I
Blitz
mean-
is probably Dorothy. AB or Blitz is Dorothy. Thor is Toto. But Clint is definitely the wizard because he's the great and
Okay.
powerful. How many times do I gotta say it?
Great. Okay. All right.
I'll take it.
There you go.
I mean, I would have also taken the witch just because
Yeah.
Because
checks out.
you're so sassy.
I would have taken the fucking barn that fucking was flying around. I would have taken that. Fuck.
Who would Green Geek be? Green Geek,
The Lollipop Guild.
Green Geek
the
would
whole
be
lollipop guild because he's too damn cute.
James Franco. He would be James
I
Franco.
would wish that on anybody, dude.
Oh my goodness.
But yeah, so great shot here.
Yeah.
From Toy Immersion. Not to get too far away on what we were talking about. He says, "Thank you for the feature. I used Sony A7 II with a 50mm lens. Thank you for the support." No, thank you. I geeked out super hard for this shot. I love the use of the Movie Maniac figure here with this. I don't know. The only thing I don't know is I don't buy any of these mythic figures. Did that monkey come with wings, or did he have to add that in? Like, did he take wings off of something else? I don't know what that monkey guy came with, other than a bad attitude from the look on his face.
Came with a bunch of like.
Thor he took wings off something.
I got you.
Yeah.
For some reason, I got broken wings stuck to my head.
So if you're not following Toy Immersion, go check him out. Super creative guy. Or super creative account. Definitely go give him a follow. Love this shot.
Awesome,
Thank you so much for continuing to make me jealous about. Oh yeah, I had one more. Lensboy_toys. And
are those micro machines?
I think they are. I think it's a micro machine car in the front, and then like one of the Hot Wheels monster trucks in the back jumping through the fucking lava. This is so insanely good.
Yeah.
The perspective blurring with the like how the background is out of focus with the lava overlay there with the sparks in the sky. And even the suggested motion of the car, like the I don't know if that was added in, like, or if it was like I've seen some people put their camera on like a slow exposure or a slow shutter speed, and then slightly move their camera so that it looks like there's motion to it. Whatever Lensboy Toys did here, this is amazing. And a new account, like this is a new account. Like this account needs some love.
It's creative as shit. Like I love like to see other things that other than action figures. Like I love hot toy shots, Lego shots. Like I love little shots like this, and it's great. The effects, everything, just like you said, the posing of the little monster truck in the back, and then the little one in the front. Like it looks great. It looks real, kind of. If you think about it, it looks like
man.
It's like one of those car commercials. Remember, like the commercials we used to watch after like wrestling or like during commercial breaks, they would always show you like promote a car, like either a Dodge or something. it'll always be like it going through like some fire and nothing happens to it, which is fucking bullshit because whatever. But like,
drive
it looks
your
great.
car on a 90-degree weather day. There's things that happen.
Drive your car through this volcano and nothing happens.
Drive it during a regular Texas summer day.
Yeah, drive it through Texas. Period.
With leather seats.
Oh, fuck that.
This is a great shot, and like I was saying, lensboy_toys, very new account, so definitely go check this page out and give them a like, give them a follow. And let them know that this shit is amazing. I don't believe they had any answers, but I just love that the perspective blurring is like it seals it. This is amazing,
and especially at that scale.
Yeah. Like how far away do you think he had to be to get that perspective? Like 50 millimeter lens, and he shot it from 2 rooms away. Like, geez. Great shot. I wish he had given some answers so maybe we would know what he used. But great shot.
That's a banger.
Great shot.
I think that really was my last one.
Fucking awesome photos today, man. Like I miss doing this, man. It's so good to like fucking take an opportunity to kind of showcase other people and all the great work that they do. You know what I'm saying? So like, because sometimes we get so caught up with life that we kind of like forget to share or to like or to comment. And don't ever take it personal. Don't ever take it personal. So we all have lives. You know what I'm saying? So, but like if I always will go back and look at your photo and like I think. I felt bad one time. Like I was like, Unworthy had put all these great photos, and I like started liking all of them. And
then he liked every single one of them and shared them all in his story. I was like,
share them all because that's what I do. I like to go. I was obsessed with you until you mentioned whatever you mentioned earlier. Now you're whatever. But like it's again, it's nice to see. Like it's nice to give back to those who are putting in the work and doing great jobs and doing what they do. And again, going back to what we were saying, was just all fun. It's all fun, and like I said, we wish you success if that's what you want. But once it becomes something where it's like fucking with your head and you feel like, and you're like every fucking 2 seconds, you're like, what the hell happened? What's this? What is that? Like, yeah, go take up chess or something. Go do some arts and crafts.
And like I said, like if it's important to you, then it's important to me for you.
Yeah,
but like
I agree.
You need to, if you're constantly putting on your story about how I get no engagement, I get no, I lose followers when I post, okay, like you're not having fun anymore. So just stop. No. Like if you're focusing too much on that shit, stop.
There's worse things in the world, like having to buy Blue Chew because things happen.
You got old and your pecker don't work no more. You gotta buy Blue Chew.
AB's face. Oh God.
Man, I fucking love you guys, man. You guys are
as always. Listen, it's the truth. It's the truth. Those are facts. We speak of facts here. You know what I'm saying? Spitting on you. Spitting all over my screen right now. No, seriously, it's the truth. Like, have fun. Like, these are fucking toys. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if your favorite company is not featuring you, who gives a fuck? At the end of the day, you're literally giving them free promo shots. You're literally giving them free promo shots. You're not getting shit out of it. Who gives a fuck? At the end of the day, I think Blitz had said this once, and it makes so much sense. As long as you got those same consistent people who actually follow you, who actually take the time to look at your stuff and appreciate what you would, not only just appreciate your work, but also appreciate you as a person. Say, hey, listen, because honestly, I stopped looking like if you're a great photographer but a shitty person, fuck you. Like, I don't care. Like, unfollow me, I'll unfollow you. I won't even deal with you. Fuck you. But like, I love to meet people who are great photographers, but they're even better people. They're even better people. And there's so many out there. Like these 3 gentlemen, they're a perfect example of what they are. You know what I'm saying? They're humble, willing to help, always willing to support, showcase other people, but also too always willing to reach out and say, hey, I just calling, just checking on you, make sure you're okay. Little things like that go a long way. I don't give a fuck about your photos. I give a fuck about how you are as a person, because eventually I had to run into you at a convention, right? Maybe I'll stop in, and if you're a
you'll
shitty
call me
person,
unworthy.
and then you right, you fucking right. I feel so like yeah. Thanks for bringing
You too,
open
Catalyst,
fucking
man.
Yeah, absolutely. Catalyst, another
love
great
you, Catalyst,
guy in
man.
the community.
Love you, brother.
And so I'm glad that you brought that up, Danny, about how you have to play catch up and like when people reach out to you. So did you want to go ahead and amend the fact that I had to reach out to you and be like, hey, so I couldn't help but notice that you didn't like my last 10 pictures. Like,
Yeah.
you're always telling me it doesn't matter how many likes you got as long as it's the same people. And I can't help but notice you ain't fucking liking none of my shots anymore. So, what the fuck? Are we beefing? Like,
no, of course not. Never that. Because
Are y'all vegan beefing?
is this beyond beef that we got going on here?
We're horse beefing right now. We're fucking horse beefing. No. For every 10 photos I don't like, I call you 10 times.
That's true. You do.
I do call you more. I call you more than I like your photos. So I'd rather your attention and your conversation than I like your photo. I mean, I like your photos. I will eventually like your photos, but like I like you more. I like you more. You know what I'm saying? I like you guys more. I like you more than your photos. I love your photos, but I love you guys more. You know what I'm saying? You guys come first. You know what I'm saying? Because people always come first, and you never know who you're. Again, life's short. We all go through stuff.
But not sure enough
You're
to
taking
not like
yourself.
our pics, dude.
Yeah,
you know.
Well, yes, you're not wrong. But
never
life
know.
is
Honestly,
too short to take yourself too goddamn seriously. Listen, here's a spoiler alert for everybody watching this show. Anybody watching on replay, you're never gonna get out of this life alive. Like, you're not. So enjoy the time that you're here. Have fun, but being so goddamn serious all the time.
Yeah. And be spontaneous. Don't be a fucking lazy person. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't want to take a shot or like photo, you can't take it like me, right? Like, go fishing, go eat some horse meat, or what is it? AB Unworthy says he thinks it's cute that me and you called venison Venice, so we're gonna always call it Venice. Okay?
Venice. All right.
Venice. It's Venice for us. So
it's a true story. I was on the phone with Danny today, and he said something about Venice. I was like, I wasn't gonna say anything, but I was talking to Clint about this, how fucking adorable that it is that you and AB call it Venice, like it's like someplace in Italy. It's actually Venison. But I don't want you guys to call it venison anymore. I want you to keep going.
Vico has a good. Vico said it. Only serious thing is a heart attack. Please go to the doctor. Have symptoms by the way. Right. Seriously. Like now, honestly, like if you can't sleep at night because you lost 3 or 4 followers, man. Listen, I think you should like really go seek help. I'm serious. Like if this shit really got you to that point, like, cause you know what it is too. I don't want to say that too much because we don't know what people deal with, right? And sometimes this is kind of like people's escape, right? But again, that goes back to like reaching out to people and actually like, hey, chopping it up with people. If you haven't heard from currently right now, everybody in the chat or anybody, only one of us, if you haven't heard from somebody in a while, reach out to them. Because they probably, you never know. There's never a wrong time to call somebody. You never know what people are going through. There have been times where people have reached out to me and I really needed to laugh that day. Or I was really like on the edge of like fucking losing my job or something. Like it was to that point, but like little messages like, hey, you asshole, how are you been? What the fuck are you doing? And I'm like, hi. That goes a long way. So absolutely, man. I don't know if these pick bar guys are gonna come on here, but like, listen,
no, this is a Rowdy Boyz show.
Yeah,
you
guys don't need to come up here. Fuck!
There he is.
Fuck! Hey, fellas.
What up? What it do, Rowdy Boyz?
He said we don't have to be here, so I could like go like get off.
No,
y'all got this. Y'all know the drill.
Yeah, they got it down pat, man.
Here we are. We're joined by Dorothy, the Munchkin Landers, and Toto, everybody.
All right. Oh shit.
Oh shit, fellas.
So how did we do, guys? Did we do okay?
Well, I caught the first hour because I was on Skeleton's show, but
That was the
it was
bad
dope.
part.
The first hour was the bad part.
No, I'm just kidding.
Well, I mean,
Oh.
we're doing better than we did last time. It was like 3 hours and 20 minutes before you guys actually were like, you jumped in and were like, all right, we're done with this.
Oh, that was the episode. That was the episode that I fell asleep on my sofa.
It's actually there at that point they were like messaging us privately saying, hey, can you like cut it short? Like I want to go to fucking Benny was like,
we
hey,
gotta
listen,
be
I
at
got
work
like
in the morning.
Benny was like, I got like 40 stops tomorrow, bitch. Shut up and hurry up and cut this shit
I
tomorrow.
wish that would have been a blessing.
It's like 40
Oh, my
stops. I'll
goodness.
take that all day.
Yeah, man.
Messaging us on the side, like, do you even hear yourselves? What are you actually even fucking talking about? Because it sounds like a whole lot of nothing.
Well, that was one of the episodes one time that we had. I got so fucking shit faced drunk. I forgot that I was drinking Jack and Coke, and I was like pounding those fucking things down. After a while, it was like I was watching. I was like, I was really slurring
And he's
my
like-
words.
And again.
Oh shit, yeah, dude, I was fucked up, man. But yeah, guys, thank you guys. Hey, listen, you guys really do love us.
Oh hell yeah!
I told you.
No,
you don't love us.
I didn't say that. I never. First of all, I don't sound like that. You gotta make it a mini. It's gotta be Minnie Mouse tone, right there. Oh my goodness! No, you guys are awesome, man. Like, and listen. We really do appreciate you guys. Like, again, this wouldn't be something if it wasn't for you guys, and we're not the first people that said it. I know Behind the Plastic guys have mentioned it. Like, you know, you guys were the inspiration for them starting that awesome show that they have, and even our show. Like, right? Like, we're the reason. You guys are the reason that brought us together. And like I'm telling you, I chop it up with these guys all the time. Like, we talk and we laugh and we say all a bunch of crazy shit. But like, we appreciate you guys always and everything you do, because you guys are fucking awesome. You guys always, you know, whatever. So,
Appreciate that. Thank you, brother.
gotcha.
Also, thank you for the feature, man. That was too
That was
kind.
Green, no bullshit, Green. That photo, when I saw it, I kind of was like, I was like, damn. I was like, I bought that motherfucker first, and I didn't do a shot like that. Shame on me. Shame on fucking me. I was like, fuck, man. He beat me to it.
Hey, but you
was
were the inspiration for the shots.
No,
dude. Like,
no,
for real.
bro. Listen,
Like,
no. You're
like,
the
man,
you
I
were
got
the
this epic Michael figure. I gotta do him right. I gotta do him proud.
You did, and honestly, you'd inspired me. So like, literally, when this shit is over, I'm gonna take photos. Like, I got inspired because I've been on this whole like block of not having no ideas, no motivation. I was telling Belly earlier, I was like, I have no motivation for anything. Like, I barely want to hold my dick to pee sometimes. Like, that's how bad it's gotten.
Wow.
And that's a fact. And that's a fact. AB, stop. AB, stop.
Hold on. So what? Like, I called you while I was at work. We were talking, and then I had to get off the phone. I was like, I actually had to do some work. And you were like, okay. And then you called Blitz right up.
Believe it or not, Benny, when I called Benny said to me, what was this thing? It's like, you know.
Oh, I was like, yo, you're going to live a long time. Because I literally grabbed my phone to FaceTime him. And when I grabbed my phone, he was FaceTiming me.
You know what happened? He drove by, he saw like a Hispanic person with a straw hair. He was like, damn, I miss Danny. Let me call him. that's like the bat signal. Anything Puerto Rican he sees is like, I gotta call Danny.
Whenever I call Danny and he doesn't answer, I always text him right after. Go, oh, let me guess, you're on the phone with Blitz.
Oh yeah,
Can't answer, you're on the phone with Blitz.
He does that. I remember one time I was talking to somebody on the phone and Unworthy messaged me. He was like, hey, tell that person to hang up the phone. Tell them that white chocolate is calling you. I'm like, what? I'm like, what? So
I know you ain't that fucking busy. Answer your phone.
and then this is what my stupid ass does. I'm like, Hey, honey, I'm gonna call you back. White chocolate's calling me.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, yo. Too funny, too fucking funny, man. Like it's fucking dope. Oh man, but yeah.
Yeah, and again. Thank
and
you so
again,
much
and
for
again,
everything.
and again, and again. Oh man. So go ahead.
No, I was gonna say. So we were talking on Sunday. It's a slowdown, man. We ain't really. I mean, other than buying clearing shit on GameStop, man, we ain't really getting much, man. Like it's been. What do you got? Like, there's anything big you got coming? Any fellas got coming? Like, I know you got those, but I mean something that's coming that you gonna hit the street.
Oh, the Texas Chainsaw Mezcal, like the Leatherface Mezcal. I'm getting.
Did you pre-order it?
I didn't pre-order it. I actually bought it from an online store. The guy had a couple of them, and he was selling them for dirt cheap too. It was like only it was like $100, and it was like
nice.
It's like 100. I mean, I think that's retail. It's like 110 bucks,
retail,
right? Yeah, it's a retail.
Yeah, you're right.
So I purchased it, and he's from Philly, so I know it's gonna show up fast. I wanted to do Big Bad, but I was gonna take too long, so I want it so bad. But I run a second one because the body, like, it has a dad bod, so I'm like, I want a custom toy addict figure, like
Dad bod,
whole,
chains.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it would be dope, but I can't wait to get it. So I'm excited for that one.
Yeah, I saw it out. The collectible shop has it. I might get it because they had them for like 90 if they still have it.
His chainsaw makes it comes with a bunch of blood effects, but the chainsaw makes noise, like it does the sound. Yeah, it has a sound. Yeah,
okay,
yeah. That's a deal. That's a done deal right there. Like once I saw that, I was like, yeah.
I think I might have to do that. He's Mezco hasn't disappointed this year at all. So
no, not at all.
It is what it is. You know, it's a worthy investment. Put it that way.
Speaking of Mezco, my Mezco Green Ranger comes tomorrow.
Yeah,
yeah.
And I can't wait to see what you do with that Green. Like when you put in the chat that you had it coming, I was like, man, I can't wait to see these fucking shots.
Hey, all props to Zombie Clown, man. He got like 6 of those things.
He got 6 Green Rangers, Mezcos?
Yeah, well, he got like 2 for himself, 1 for me, he got 1 for Catalyst.
Nice.
Oh shit! Damn,
Hooking it up,
my man. Damn, I should have got
I'm
the
excited.
Leatherface from him. I should have asked him for Leatherface. Fuck.
Hey, you got them hookups? You got the
Right?
goods?
You got any of them Mezcos?
What is it? You got those cheeseburgers, man. You got the cheeseburgers. Oh, man.
I got a notification today that my anti-monitor and my Hush Superman, they're on their way.
Oh, nice.
They shipped. I also got coming from Cobra Dad. He was at La Fuga out there in California at the swap meet, and he found a couple Hush PC Direct Hush figures. So I got the Jason Todd, of course, got to add another dick to the collection. I got that on the way.
Shit.
And
you can never have too many dicks.
you can never. And
how do we dive in? How do you dive in them? Well, I'm packing too, by the way. I have this big old fucking thing here.
Oh,
Nice.
Oh wait, hold on.
It's the popcorn gun
Let's see
from
it.
Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
Oh shit, that's nuts.
Now I love it because it looks great and it makes sounds. But you know what's the disappointing thing? These are fake popcorn. This is fake popcorn. I was hoping you guys could put popcorn in it.
You put some real
And
popcorn.
spray fucking popcorn, but you can't. So unfortunately,
we were
can't do
gonna
that.
we were gonna plan this like little promo for the show where he was like shooting the popcorn gun, and then we were gonna add it in a picture of my wife hucking a handful of popcorn at my face to be like, like a money shot.
It's dope.
Oh,
Though.
Lord. Speaking of, I mean, you're already talking about money shots.
Wow.
I was like, yo, dick to them Mezcos.
Oh
Fucking
man.
Vico, man.
Oh, shit.
Fucking Vico, man.
Clint, you
Oh,
got
but
anything coming?
Yeah.
Nope.
No, it's
Yeah.
well, I guess it's kind of a X-Men law right now, huh? But did you hear, Clint, the rumors?
Yep.
Three packs of Wolverine because it's going to be his 50th anniversary,
Like,
bro.
I don't give a shit about the Wolverine half of those packs at all.
Right.
But I am excited about the other half of those packs.
Yes, the other characters are dope, dude. Like,
I don't know which ones these are. What
so
are
it's going to be 3 packs with Wolverine. One comes with Lilandra, other one's the Sabretooth, and then who's the third one, Clint?
I think it's Armored Psylocke.
Yes, Armored
Ooh,
Psylocke.
okay.
That's right. That's right.
all right.
It's
All
from
right.
Outback
That's gonna
era.
be dope. That's
Pretty
gonna
dope.
be dope. That's gonna be
That's
dope.
dope.
I think
Love
there
me
was
some
another
Psylocke.
one that would. I think there's going to be another Hulk 2-pack with him, but I'll skip.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Huh. Yeah. No, that's
Now-
gonna be cool.
Clint, did you like the lady that played Psylocke in the movie? Like, I know the movie was shitty, but like the woman that played Psylocke, I thought
Olivia
she was
Moon, wasn't it?
Oh,
I-
God.
I liked her.
Yeah.
That one
Fine.
scene where she's like coming down the hill and then she spins around like right all the way, baby. All the way, baby. She was bad. I was like, man.
Clint's agreeing with you. He's like, yeah, she was bad.
Toy Addict was doing
that
a
I
homage. Toy Addict was doing a homage to R.I.P. Paul Rubens in the theater.
Yeah. Oh, hold on. Now that because
You're not allowed to do that in the theater, by the way.
No.
You're not.
Time out. Listen. Speaking of Paul Rubin, right? I was just gonna be my topic last week on our show. So the man messed up his whole career because he was at a porn theater and he was masturbating at a porn theater, right?
Yep.
Yes.
What are you supposed to do there? Like, are you supposed to pray, or like are you supposed to be like, hey, can you get this guy? Like, I brought my kids. Me and my kids want to watch this porn movie. Like, what the fuck kind of now, like if you think about it now, right? All the shit that goes on now, it's like this man really his career was ruined over something.
That's pretty minor considering what.
Yeah, like he was supposed. Like it's not like you were at a fucking it's like you said. It's not like he was at a regular movie theater watching
he was actually
a regular movie.
Yeah.
He was at an adult film
Yeah.
theater, and he was
doing
whatever,
adult
right?
things. Yeah.
He was playing with his Richard Grayson.
Yeah.
Like I'm sure it's probably, despite the type of movie theater it was, I'm sure it's probably not allowed.
No.
There's probably signs that say you shouldn't do that.
Yeah.
But also,
you probably don't sell hot dogs at that theater either.
Also, it's a great point. Like, what do you expect to be seeing? Like, who was going in there with a flashlight? Like, hey, hand check. What are you doing? What are you doing?
Unworthy. You know how they have the spin-off adult movies from superheroes? They probably were like, hey, we got this adult Blue Beetle movie. Do you want to buy this Blue Beetle sexual helmet? So this shit,
well, listen, I'm a little connoisseur of the adult versions of comic book characters. Like, I've watched a few Wonder Woman movies that way, but I don't remember them ever being in a theater. Like, I remember having to watch them on my screen. I mean, if I could have, honestly, I probably would have been Paul Rubens in that matter. I'd have been like, "Oh shit, you caught me."
Would you have been wearing a domino mask if you were like Dick Grayson?
I wouldn't be wearing anything. I got to be completely bare when I'm doing that. I got to have nothing on at all. I take the hat off, the necklace, like nothing. The only thing I keep is a box of tissues, but not for the reason you think. It's because I'm so ashamed of myself. I got to wipe my tears.
He would put Unworthy's like naked, and he has that one ball thing on his mouth. The thing holding his mouth so the whole time.
No, I think the better when you said what do you do? I was thinking like, what does the person do that catches that? And I think that's a better question. What does that person do that catches that going? Like, do you let him finish, or do you stop him? Be like, hey, no. Or do you say, hey, once you're done, you're in trouble, buddy?
Hey, make sure you clean up after you're done, buddy. All right.
Oh man.
Holy hell!
Oh.
See
What
what
do
you
you-
started.
Yeah. I know AB said he's trying to follow the rules of our August thing. Which you're sticking to it though, aren't you?
Yeah, I haven't bought nothing yet.
Man,
Yeah.
this dude is
I'm proud of you, AB.
he's strong, man.
You're the best of us,
Strong.
man.
Yeah, you're right, Green. He's strong.
So I would have lost that at like 12:04 on the 1st of August. That's when I would have been checking out, being like, "Well, I already fucked that up."
AB, this is probably a bad time to tell you that I found a Blast Ronin turtle, right? That's
Well, hey, no, listen.
I should have sent it to you, right?
He can't buy it, but that don't mean he can't get it. Like we could buy it and send it to him.
Fair enough. That is true. So
there are loopholes.
I mean, if you can't be good, you might as well cheat.
Yeah,
that's right.
That's true. But let's help him get to the September, man. He's got what 16 days, 17 days, 16. He'll get there, man.
I think I can pull it.
And then go buck
We
wild
believe in you.
September. September he'll just.
So is it you just aren't buying anything for the month of August?
Well, that's what Blitz initially kind of suggested that we do, but we failed. The three of us, we just
I was gonna say sounds like Green definitely failed.
Yeah, we all did. We did.
Well, technically, I got the Mezco before this whole thing started. So
okay,
you did have that in the can.
we're
you
not
see
counting,
people
like,
do
stuff
the
we have
no
coming.
by November, so like I always wondered that. Like, but what if I have a pre-order that comes due? Like, yeah, I know that the money came out.
No,
I
that
pre-ordered
wouldn't count.
Pre-orders don't count. It's more like physical
if you see it
purchases,
in the
like in the
street.
store.
Yeah.
See it on the street.
I still would have failed.
I would have too.
I failed.
Right away.
I failed on the second. I actually had to fucking go to Target because my wife put something for in-store pickup. And fucking Target actually had shit that I wanted for once. And I was like, fucking shit, I'm getting it because I know I'm not gonna see it after today.
Had capitalized, man.
Yeah.
See, I would have started out with the best of intentions. I'm like, I'm not doing it. I'm not gonna buy anything. And then a new dick come out, and I'd have been like, well, what am I gonna not buy it? What am I gonna not add a dick? I still got plenty of room for dick.
Yeah.
He walks in the aisle and then all this family. He's like, "Hey, oh my god, a new dick!" And they're like,
"They're covering
it." Never miss an opportunity on a dick.
I saw Spin Masters like those 12-inch Titan Heroes.
Mm-hmm.
I saw a Nightwing one. I was like, "Look at the size of that dick!" Like the parent pushing the cart with the kids in it. They were like, "Whoa,
security,
security."
She's gonna hear it sooner or later."
Security. Oh man, you can have another Paul Rubens moment,
right?
We're gonna ban you from Walmart, Target,
pretty much.
Oh
damn, man.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Oh boy, fellas, man. Crazy. Well, hey, you guys didn't like. I know we jumped in, but you didn't plug your what's going on? What's next? What you guys got to plug your stuff? What's up? What's tomorrow? What we got going? What y'all doing?
Well, you want to go Unworthy? You want me to?
No, go ahead.
Well, we have a brand new episode of A Worthy Addiction, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. If you we've been having fun. It's just gonna be me and Unworthy tomorrow shooting the shit. Sometimes it's good to kind of just like take a break from like interviews or having guests and just me and him shooting the shit and having a great time. So that's gonna be the episode for tomorrow. I hope everybody could join us. We've been trying to make it fun for you guys. Again, we're just a group of guys, just two guys or a group of guys. Because there's always it's open door, the Rowdy Boyz. It could be me and Unworthy, but it could end up being all of us again, the Rowdy Boyz, because they're open door piles. They're free roam. But it's just gonna be us tomorrow. So if you guys have been enjoying it, thank you for your support and everything, for you guys tuning in. And if you haven't hit that like and subscribe, show us some love. You know what I'm saying? We're trying. Another thing too, Black and Wednesday's announcement will be coming next week.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Black and
It's
Wednesdays.
on.
Now I'm very much excited about this one because this is but I'm more excited for October because October 4th actually marks 1 year of Black and Wednesdays.
Oh,
So Black and
shit.
Wednesdays is officially going to be 1 year, and I have
They
something
grow up
big.
so fast.
I have some plan big for Black and Wednesdays for October. I mean, and it's spooky season, it's spooky month, so it's fitting. So I don't know, giveaway, maybe a celebratory show talking about every Black and Wednesday from the first one to the last one.
that'd be
And
good.
just
That'll be a
maybe have
7-hour show.
maybe having guests on, talking about how they they enjoyed it or something. And yeah, so that's what I have. I don't know what Unworthy has. So, but yeah, that's
Nothing. Oh well, I got the UC No Justice collabs going on. Next week is Villainous on next Wednesday, the 23rd. It's UC No Justice. You do any shot of any villain or villains from the DC universe. Could be from the shows, the comics, the movies. Have fun. And I'll be able to tell. If you're not having fun in your shot, I'll be able to tell, and I'll be like, no, you're not in the collab. Go back and try it with a little bit of fun in you. That's it. That's all I got.
Yeah. Yeah, we got some fun things coming up. So I mean, again, we've been having such a blast with the show, and like I always look forward to like Thursdays. Thursdays is like my shit. I look forward to Thursdays, man. So tune in. We're gonna have great guests, and we're gonna have also people like. I think what we decided to do was like anybody that's like that we don't know so well, we're gonna interview. But anybody that's family, like you guys, or anybody that's family, they're really just gonna come on and shoot the shit with us. So that's what it is. So that's what we're gonna do. But other than that, yeah, we're excited. Great things happening, and yeah, that's it.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Well, we were thinking, hell, man, you guys always kill it, man. Y'all could have closed it out, but we got our master of ceremonies blitz about to drop it on y'all.
Pastor Benjamin, go ahead, Pastor Benjamin.
Pastor Peace.
Drop it on y'all. You see what y'all doing.
Ladies and gentlemen, we gathered here on this.
Oh my goodness.
First off, I gotta catch the rest of the replay because again I was on Skeleton. What is it? Skeleton Tomb.
Yeah.
That was dope. But
we gotta watch that.
I did get to watch. Dope show for you guys. And it's always great to have you on, especially you, Toy Addict, because you keep saying we don't fucking want you on. It was nice to see you guys on, and it's always great to see the bond that you guys share, like all four of you together. It's just hilarious. It's like literally the movie Four Brothers.
Yeah,
just there.
Who's Mark Wahlberg? Can I be Mark?
Oh, shut up. Who do you think Mark Wahlberg is?
Anyway. See, you made me lose my train of thought, Mark. Fucking guy. But thank you guys for agreeing to come on and have fun and just do what you guys do when you guys are here, and that's just be yourselves. I mean, that's the most important thing in the toy community in general is being yourself, because you don't portray anybody else when you guys are doing toy photography. This is you in your element, and you guys show it every time you guys are on. So thank you. So some announcements. So Friday we'll be back. Friday we'll be back for Friday night features. We'll be here 9 p.m. 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on YouTube. Sunday we'll be back also for Lazy Boys with special guest Biggest Poser. He is confirmed, so he'll be on with us.
Nice.
That'll be 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Once again, check out these lovely gentlemen, Toy Addict 17 and Unworthy Collector for A Worthy Addiction tomorrow night. That's Thursday nights, people. 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Rowdy Thursday.
Yep. Check out Green and his boy with Echo Base Radio for Star Wars
Mhm.
lore and love.
Yeah.
Definitely check them out.
Sir.
Kushimama for the collector sector. The fellas over at Behind the Plastic. Sequential Plastic, Not a Bird, Not a Plane, Toy Photography, TMNT underscore 1987. Love what they're doing with the show. Kushimama did a great interview yesterday. Go check out the replay on her YouTube. I'm always forgetting shit. You gotta bear with me. My brain is.
You're doing great. You're doing great, buddy. Go ahead. Keep going.
I'm excited
AF
for
wherever you find podcasts.
See, I was getting to. I was just gonna mention your collab thing again because I was excited for it. I'm actually hoping I was the first one to send you a shot.
I sent mine.
You weren't.
Got mine
You
in.
weren't. I actually got a shot for this one like 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Damn.
As soon as I announced it, and then I had to apologize, be like, yeah, so I fucked the schedule up twice, so it's actually a little bit further on. But yeah, I got one from somebody a couple weeks ago. But you were like the second. You were like the
All right, I'll take it. I'll
finished
take
in
it.
second.
I'll take it. But I'm excited for it, and I'm excited for the schedule that he has for the characters that I do have. So definitely check out Unworthy and stay up to date with his schedule for the No Justice collabs. I think that's real dope what you're doing with DC in general, especially with a line like McFarlane, which is primarily, DC, and a lot of people don't get DC figures, especially me, because I don't fuck with McFarlane. But anyway, but that's dope. Unworthy AF, check them out. I'm excited for Black and Wednesdays. I don't know what the color is, but I'm hoping you do something along the lines of orange. I think that'd be fucking dope for fall.
I know what the next 2 colors are.
I know you do.
So do I.
Oh, what? Well, you guys are rowdy, so you guys are supposed to know. You guys are in your
I don't
own
know.
circle.
Well, we can't tell you, AB. We can't tell you because you're on too many shows. You'll end up accidentally telling us.
Or
Yo,
is it a
AB
returning color?
AB sounded like the real little brother. I didn't know.
AB, I'll
I
tell you
don't know
after.
shit.
I'll tell you after, AB.
But you got a pinky promise so you won't tell anybody.
You got a pinky promise you won't tell mom.
Okay, I won't.
But shout out to everybody in the chat for always joining on the show and just keeping everybody on their toes with your comments, the chat, and just always being here, man.
Hey. Shout out to you.
Oh, thank you, man. Thank you.
And that man got a thing.
Oh yeah, they actually let me pick the next theme for Toy Merch. So I put unlikely fights. So any 2 figures that you would never pair together in a fight scene. So it could be Smurfs versus Michael Myers. It could be Dick versus Iron Man. That was from Worthy.
Pee Wee Herman in a movie theater.
Sounds about right. But yeah, definitely check out Toy Merch as well. I had a blast on the show a little while ago as well. But yeah, man, if you guys want to be a guest host on the Pig Bar like these gentlemen just did tonight, reach out to us. Let us know. Grab a few buddies. You guys can appreciate the toy community. You guys are the ones capable of reaching out to the toy community more than what we are, or we are able to when we do it. We're only 4 of us, and it's hard to reach everybody in the community. But the more people come on, the more people we can get into the spotlight and have them featured, especially newer accounts. But if you feel like that's a little bit too much, you definitely could come on Lazy Boys, shoot the shit with us, open up some toys, talk toys, have a few shot setups, get some impersonations going, and just have fun, man. We're all about fun, and these gentlemen are all about fun. Thank you for being a friend. Thank you. I bet you that's Toy Addict.
Who's playing the Golden Girls theme?
It's Toy Addict. Is it Toy Addict? Show me.
Yeah.
I know it.
Oh,
You guys fucking rock. But thank you once again. Catch them tomorrow. They're gonna do some more crazy shit on their show. And
we're done
the bar.
apologizing though. So if it offends
done.
you, it's fucking bad.
Yeah. the bar was closed an hour and 18 minutes ago, but they did the happy hour after the hour. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So good night, everybody. Thank you guys.
I'll have a
All
seat.
right, fellas. Thanks,
y'all.
brothers. Love
Thank
y'all,
you.
brothers.
Thank you.
Much
What's
much
up?
Thank
love.
you guys.
Hell yeah.
Thank you.
Good night,
Always.
everyone.
Get the fuck
Peace.
out of here.
Fuck McFarland.